Okay. Let's see. Alright, I think we're all set. I send notifications to pretty much everywhere I know on the medias. Let me go on. Now we're all set. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let me switch over here real quick. Where is it? Okay, hold on. Ooh, I'll turn that off. Okay. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Okay. Wait, what the heck? Why can't I see the chat? Hang on. Let's see. Now I can see the chat. Okay. Looking forward to this. The stream is saying things twice. That's, that's more like it. You're welcome. Never mind, I said let's get. Think you could fix the echo. Wait, doesn't echo? Ah, god dang it. Hang on, let me hear the chat. Think you could go. Wait, doesn't echo? I don't hear an echo. Yo, my infamous. Yo, fellas, I'm gonna show y'all. Well, we're in for a big treat for tonight, folks. Because, okay, one, we're back. We're finally back for Pokechat Live. Two, my boy Infamous here. I I'm gonna show you all just what he's done. And while I think this is a good way to show off how upgraded we are gonna be. Because y'all gonna see just the incredibleness this man has done. Like, Infamous, man. Okay, I think it's time for me to finally hop into the chat. So let's go ahead and do that. As for the audio issues, like I don't know how to. I'm be honest. Wait a minute. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna be legit. I don't know what there is to be up. Like I heard it. I don't hear an echo, but I'll talk to the others and see what we can do to fix it. So let me hop into the other call. Hello.
Oh, what's up?
Hey yo. Are
Hello.
you seeing Mystery Dungeon's comments saying like there's an echo? Is there really an echo?
Let me check. Mm, I don't hear any echo.
Hmm.
I don't hear any echo.
That's odd. Because Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is saying there is an echo, but I heard myself, though. I didn't hear an echo. But, yo, how you doing,
There is no
Coro?
echo.
How you doing, Coro?
I'm fine, man. I'm fine. Just I woke up a little bit ago, like not most likely 1 hour ago or something. I slept 12 hours today, man.
But, man, yo, like,
Hey,
it feels good.
But
hey, listen,
Hey.
listen. It's weekend. I'm allowed.
Yo, can I
I
just.
mean, you're on vacation. So,
No, I'm not on vacation anymore. I'm on a weekend. My
I
vacation
mean,
was yeah, my vacation was the 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of July.
uh,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
There we go.
but still.
Oh, no, 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 no. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that.
It's saying things twice. It's weird. Let me hear it.
Saying things
Okay.
twice?
Wait. If you all talk, I cannot hear the live. It's not it. I'm not listening any echo nor anything twice. Mystery. So it must be from your end.
Yeah, Devin, do you hear anything from your side? Also, what's up, Devin? Never mind, I'm so sorry. I was. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Pokemon Mystery
Wow.
Dungeon.
Okay,
But
that was interesting.
but yo, guys, like, can I just say it feels good going back doing Pokechat Live? Cause wait, I can't even say Pokechat Live or Pokechat Live DX anymore. Cause guess what? We're going by a new name. Y'all don't know it. We're going by Pokechat Masters now. And no, we're not ripping it off from someone who we actually have a special guest. So before we get started, I do want to introduce the folks. We are gonna have some other people join us soon. But for now, you guys hear Koro,
Yo, what's up? It's me again.
and I'll let the guest introduce himself.
Samurai, yeah, it's Samurai from the Masters A podcast. You know, the one they ripped off.
We earned the rights. We earned the rights.
You guys already rebranded yourself 2 different times in the same year.
No, wait, did we?
Not. It was Goggles. It was Goggles' choice, not mine.
Wait a minute. I thought we didn't we
Yeah,
brand.
Goggles. Yeah, Goggles. Because I think I joined the Pocket Chat with the far-fetched Sobble episodes. So it was on July the year prior, and with that, well, the rest is history, I guess.
Well,
But yeah.
obviously the rebranding is for like a few reasons. Number one, we were gone for like a few months, like I want to say like about 2 or 3 months. So I wanted to come back with a new coat of paint, if you will. And thanks to our friend Infamous, he has provided a coat of paint. Because I'm excited to show you all the amazing talent that this man has done. Like this man, like first off, Infamous is going to join us pretty soon. So once he comes on, I will take him in person once again because this man did the work. He went ahead and gave us some new graphics designs. He worked everything out, like a new logo, new layout, new everything. So pretty soon we are gonna have a new, literally what I just said, new coat of paint. So
Hmm.
prompts to Infamous.
But yeah.
So
So.
before we get started though, I do want to go ahead and get those layouts set up real quickly because obviously
Hmm.
we got a lot to discuss, and I don't know how many people are gonna join us Especially a certain some of the kids are saying they're gonna get here. Oh wait,
Yeah, because I'm always the last.
Coral, your loyalty is amazing. I love it, and I love
My last talking. It's going to happen. Just to watch.
because we do have some
By the
two.
way, I think that the Olympics already had their closing ceremony because of time zones.
Oh really?
So, yeah, I don't know if they show any anime stuff because in the opening ceremony they had music from video games. So I didn't saw the closing ceremony, but I really hope that they did some anime stuff because apparently Goku, Hello Kitty, and basically many others were mascots. So there's that.
Yeah, I think I heard that Jibanyan was a mascot. I was very confused because why wasn't Pikachu a mascot by that logic? You know what? I don't know.
And you're just making stuff up.
I don't think I was. I think I saw an image where Jibanyan was like with the other mascots for the Japanese Olympics, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Okay, so I went ahead and downloaded all the images, all the graphics that Infamous has made. So now I'm gonna transition to the Pokechat one, to the Pokechat Live, the one we traditionally would
Hmm.
have. So here it is, and now I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the new things that Infamous has done. So give me one sec.
Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, I don't see.
Oh no, not
I
one
don't see
sec.
anything. I
One
don't.
sec.
I don't see anything anime related in the closing ceremony. Apparently, they didn't do it. Yeah, guys, you had that Sonic OST in the opening ceremony, and I guess that was it. With other stuff, of course.
Yeah, we got Chroma Trigger. I think I'm more happy that we got Chroma Trigger more than we got Sonic.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, goggles. The images are being broadcasted. Yeah, it's always been a slideshow, so yeah.
Which will still be a slideshow. However, we are gonna have new, thanks to Infamous, we're having some new designs, like this, for example.
Yeah, wait, goggles. We can. Yeah, because you're broadcasting to 240p. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I like that. Don't get me wrong, but it's not visually being broadcasted to the fullest.
Yeah, unfortunately, I still don't have the equipment for to like show off better quality. So I'm still trying to struggle that out. But I,
Yeah, but I'm seeing the avatars. I'm seeing the avatars. That's some neat stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll send you guys the images that I'm gonna be setting up, and I'll of course I'll be sending this on Twitter too, by the way. And once again,
Mhm.
props to Infamous for working on all this. Like he's a mastermind in this.
Yeah, like he did. 12 are red. No, 12 people. 6 are red. 6 are blue, and the guest is yellow. So yeah.
So let's see. All right. So let's see. All right, I'm gonna send you guys on Discord right now, real quick. So here's the one I'm showing on
Yeah.
the image right now. Here's another version that he's done that I will also show here in the chat in the best of the fullest.
Okay. The who's going to join and who's not going to join. Okay.
So give me one sec, folks. I know.
Oh, it's primary colors. That's how that works. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, we just
I
used the
I
color
I,
purple.
I just wanted to why the not okay whatever.
Wait, what?
I guess it makes sense. No, 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 nothing. I was just because the the way that the red and the blue are why some are some and why is it distributed that way, but
And of course,
yeah,
here's the official Pokechat Masters logo. You guys can probably see it there, but I'm going to show it right here. And to here is a better quality. At least the best my computer can give.
yeah,
Nice.
it's very nice. Yeah.
And one more thing.
Po- Pokechat Pokechat Masters. Now we need for the journeys to change their opening. Like this, the Pokechat Masters is the beginning of the end of the 1, 2, 3 era. Here's hoping, people. Here's hoping.
Also, it's kind of a rip off of mine. Also,
Like the Pokechat Live was pre Darkest Day. Pokechat Live Deluxe was post Darkest Day. Now this this is something new. Gonna get my strawberry cake ready because this is going to be an interesting conversation.
why are you having specifically strawberry cake?
Because it was what it was on the supermarket on discount.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
There we
Let's
go.
see.
The layout has been set up. Once again,
We have layouts. We have layouts. Let's fucking go.
I
th-
think you
Let's
guys always
fucking
have layout.
yo
thank you,
improvement,
thank you,
development.
thank you once again, Infamous,
Develop.
for all the talents you gave us.
Go subscribe to Infamous
You
Trainer.
also, yeah,
He also did my YouTube banners, so you know what he's been up to.
and
What was the last?
he also worked on Trey's banner.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm now watching. Because Goggles also has been doing reviews on his own. The Darkrai stuff, the Infernape stuff, and he's been playing Pokemon Emerald. Make sure to watch that, by the way. The review for the Jirachi movie. Last thing that we actually did together, it was the Drizzile episode. Episode 62.
Which was the last
4
Pokechat
months
Live.
ago.
Oh god, that 4 months ago. Wow.
Yeah, it was the Go and Drizzile episode.
But now that we're back,
Uh,
we can finally get started on content. So, with that said,
let's go.
let's
Content.
let's get started with this.
Mm,
Obviously, the others will join us whenever they can. If they can't, it also is understandable. We can't all be here one day. So, with that said, let's talk about the Volkner and Ash episode, the upcoming battle for the Masters 8 or the top hundreds. All right, so this is what I know so far. Thanks to Trey for telling me the info, even though I didn't want to know it. But regardless, this is what's going on. Ash goes back to the Sinnoh region to meet up with Volkner so he could battle him out to make it to the Masters 8. And from what it seems, the battle is going to be a 3v3. Not only that, this is the start of people finally realizing that Ash is the quote unquote Alola League champion. Now, let me ask you guys this question. What are you guys' thoughts on them finally recognizing Ash being an Alola champion?
So Carol, do you want to go first, or should
No,
I go
I
first?
always go last. This is how it works. I talk more, so I
Uh,
always go last.
all right. I think it's too late. Honestly, they should have mentioned this like 20 episodes ago because it's episode 70. If we're assuming Pokemon Journeys is ending next year, this means we had to wait till like the last third in order to get at mention, and that's just too long to wait. I know a lot of people will say, but we're waiting because we're being patient. Being patient doesn't mean waiting 70 flippin' episodes to get a mention of something. And they didn't even have to make it a big thing. They could just mention it in an off sentence. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I just think it's too late.
Yeah, honestly, I'm on your side. Like, it took you guys this long to mention him. Like, now granted, I was one of the few people who was okay with it only because I just assumed that like Ash is like so humble now he doesn't need to like brag about it. But you're all right, Samurai. They could easily like had like an in between moments where like Ash just mentions it but not make a big deal about it. But that's how I also feel like. Well, what's 70 episodes
Hey,
in?
Infamous, what's up?
Oh, Infamous.
Oh, what's up, guys?
Yeah,
What's
the
up?
the man who did all the beautiful art. Give a round of applause to this man. Welcome, Infamous. Thank you again for the work you put on to
Oh,
this.
appreciate it.
But what?
No problem at all. I got a couple tweaks I'll probably make and even spice it up a little bit more, but I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thank you again. But you're just in time because we just got started talking about the upcoming episode between Ash and Volkner, and we just got done. We just started talking about thoughts on like them finally recognizing Ash as a champion. So would you like to talk about that for a moment?
Yeah, I'll jump in on that. As far as it goes, for one, I'm excited. It's more of a finally moment. Like this is obviously something they should have kind of had early in the anime, I believe, just because I think the factor of even if it was like 20 episodes in, that would have been fine. But we're like 70 plus, and that's just it kind of sucks. Because I would have loved to see early on Go's reaction, like, oh wait, you're a champion, or even honestly, they set it up so nicely. They should have done it in the Alola episode return, the first one, right? I think there was just a nice setup for it, and then they're like, "Nah, we're not gonna do it." Luckily, the new direction of the director, you can see he's trying to build that continuity, to also appease maybe some of the episodic natures of what the company wants, but also really still build that continuity for fans who are longtime viewers of the show. So I'm excited. It's about time. I'm ready to see more of Alola Champion Ash. I'm ready to see more of that champion attitude as well. So hopefully he kind of shines through over the next couple episodes in the season, or however long Journeys goes on for.
All right. And Koro, we saved the best for last. What are your thoughts on Ash being the champion being recognized?
It's about damn time, boy. They could have done it earlier, but I think it's better late than never in a way. So there's that. And he's going, back to Sinnoh. He's going to battle Volkner. I was a little skeptical at first, honestly, because in my eyes, Ash had nothing to prove against Volkner because he already defeated the guy. And knowing that Journeys always has Go sit in the sidelines with someone else, we know that we might see Flint. So having Flint in the episode and Ash not battling the dude, then again, I don't know how to feel about the fact that Ash battles Flint and he wins against Flint with his Journeys team. Nah. I understand the Voltner part because last time Ash battled Voltner, it was in a gym battle, so there were some rules. Here, the rules are not as much, and Ash is battling Voltner after his boredom and depression. So he's going to battle Voltner Prime, and Voltner is the strongest gym leader of Sinnoh. He was meant to be in Elite Four, but he refused. That's why Aaron has the job. That's confirmed in Masters EX. Ash is low-key going to battle a Frontier Brain. So, and the Frontier Brains who expert in Pokemon types is no novelty. I mean, look at Greta and Annabelle. But yeah, I'm excited, and the next episode is going to be those, with the Komoho and the Alola, and maybe the kids. Oh, we saw you becoming the champion and whatever. I'm more here to see Go's reaction to it, right? Because we know that Go is going to react, and maybe he's going to tell everyone in the Cerise Park about it. And when Ash defeats Voltner with that Z move, I want for Flint to call Cynthia. Hey, we have a situation here.
So you're saying that Flint?
but yeah,
so you're saying Flint?
I'm excited.
So you're saying Flint?
I'm actually excited, and we are going to see our boy Gengar and Lucario. Here's the thing: the last PWC battles, right? So we had the 1v1 with Surfetch. We had a 2v2 with Dragonite and Dracovish. Now it's a 3v3 with the other ones. So they are building up the versus format, but they always use, the current team. So, and the Pokemon that are being used, I think it's going to be the future gimmick Pokemon, because Mega Lucario, Pikachu with the Z move, and G-Max Gengar. Yo, this amazing. It's going to be amazing. It will recontextualize the character of Volkner, because we are going to see how much stronger he has become since, the ending of Diamond and Pearl. Like, we haven't seen Volkner for 3 entire generations. No BW, no X and Y, no Sun and Moon. And Ash having to bring his Z Crystal to this battle, he knows that this is about to get some serious action. Like, the dude, again, like Infamous said, that champion attitude, this is no joke. This is the hyper class. It's the top 99 of the world. At least participant-wise. But yeah.
So you're basically saying that Flint is gonna call Hitman on Ash.
Yeah, Flint is going to call Cynthia. Hey girl, we have a situation over here. The kid is jacked.
Yeah. You might want to take care of
He's
this
jacked.
boy.
Don't expect any, Infernape, Flint's Infernape and Ghost Cinderace interactions, because
No.
look at Dawn. She returned with less Pokemon than she had. She was Flenderized. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah, that is another story. Speaking about stories, Trey, what's up?
Oh, it's good.
Yo, you're actually here on time for once, finally. Right now we're talking.
Finally.
We are currently talking about Ash's champion status finally being recognized. So, would you like to talk about that for a brief minute?
Man, was I happy. So, as we know, I actually kind of gave up hope on them revealing Ash as the champion in Journeys after the Ash and Iris fight. So, my first time was like, okay, the series began. I'm like, maybe they're not going to say anything yet. Just hold off on that. That's okay. Then we get to the Leon and Lance, and I see how they mention, like, Lance did this, Leon did that. So I'm like, okay, they might save it for that big moment when Ash is in the Masters 8. Then he goes to Alola, and I'm like, all right, this is a good opportunity for them to mention it, at least for Go to find out. But nope, there was no mention of it. I'm like, okay, there wasn't really a point to mention it there, so I can keep waiting. And then we just keep waiting and waiting, and it's just looking like, man, it's not going to happen. So the final time was in the Iris fight, where Iris comes back and, she wants Ash to see her as a champion. I'm like, okay, this is the moment. Ash reveals their champions, a fight between two champions. It gotta be it. Iris mentions it, calls Ash a kid. Ash doesn't mention anything of the sort, and that's why I lost hope. So I was like, well, that's that, I guess. But seeing that they're coming back in not only 1 but 2 episodes mentioning that he's a champion back to back, yeah, it just shows, they're about to take things a bit more serious now, which I'm looking forward to it.
I don't know why, but when you
because in the Alola episode, it would feel forced because it's people that Ash knows recontextualizing what they know, so it feels forced. With Iris, it feels like Ash is bragging and taking away her thunder because it was her moment. The next episode with the Komoho kids, it feels more natural because it's kids who saw the league and they know who Ash is because Ash inspired the dude. It's like that Alvin guy from X and Y. So I like that.
Yeah,
I like
same
how
context.
Ash's title is more about inspiring others more than just flexing his clout in a way.
It took me 7 years, but
and-
I finally did it.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm actually excited because again, it's the hyper class, and the way that this battle will it's most likely going to be in the Sunny Shore gym, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah, because we have an audience there. Like Ash is going to battle with the audience, like the battle festival against Karina. So if the title is mentioned next episode, the Komoha one, and it's brought back to this one because of the Z Ring, people outside of Alola will know who Ash is at long last. Like, if they do, you remember in the Battle Dome when he battled Tucker and they talk about his previous accomplishments? That's what I want for the Volkner episode to be. Like, I care more about the context of the situation rather than the battle itself.
Just so you want to see people recognize Ash.
Yeah, because I'll say this realistically, Volkner using the same, like the only Pokemon that he has of new in the roster is Rotom Fan. Realistically, Ash and Volkner should tie because Ash is using a new team, Volkner is using his ace and veterans. And
Rotom.
Rotom Fan is from the and Rotom Fan is from the Black and White 2 World Tournament. So there's that reference. So in my eyes, this battle should be a tie because it's an Ash using the newbies and Volkner using his aces. So if you want to show Ash's Pokemon in terms of power scaling, yeah, have them tie. But Ash is bringing the Z move. Yeah,
Now,
Ash
that
is
is
like,
something I want to bring up.
man,
That
Ash is going to win. So
that is something I
not
want.
mad about it. Just the overall situation. Because if it was a tie, it would be just a great battle, and Ash doesn't suffer the thing of going back and making Iris irrelevant, right?
Yeah.
But if he tied, it will make this battle irrelevant too because the dude was in stasis.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be irrelevant because it'll show Volkner's strength and that they may have battled again later on.
Yeah, exactly.
Making him a rival, somewhat rival in the terms of journeys. That's a weird term for journeys.
No more bringing back old characters. I'm sick of it.
But yeah, guys, I'm just happy that if this is a Battle Dome situation, and people in the audience will see, for example, imagine that the referee says, like, in a way, like the referee, it's like, I don't know, because the referee is always Rotom Drone, but we are going to see a Rotom Fan battle, so maybe the referee would be Flint, because that way Rotom don't have bias towards one another. I don't know how they are going to pull that one off.
No, my boy Roto Drono would never do that. Yes, I nicknamed him Rotom Drono.
So no, but I actually want for them to, because the strongest gym leader of Sinnoh against the first champion of Alola. So this is a battle that realistically should be broadcasted to all of Sinnoh. Yo, can you imagine if? Remember when Paul watched Ash in the Wallace Cup?
Oh God!
Yo, can you imagine if Paul, Barry, Nando, whoever more, they just see this battle on TV and like, Satoshi, what the fuck?
I don't wanna deal with no. Okay, if they only appear just for a brief cameo, fine. I don't want them to come back though. That'll negate their freaking closure.
Yeah. But you mentioning them watching it. I just want to bring up real quick. That's the whole scene of Ash and Volkner speaking to each other, and Ash kind of showing off that Z ring. I feel like they're talking about it. Maybe Volkner knows about this, so it would be cool if we get a moment where Volkner's like, "Oh, I saw you when I saw you battle with Kukui on TV." Like how Gary mentioned, he saw Ash versus Paul.
Because Kukui used Tapu Koko. It's the electric type guardian deity. So if Volkner in Volkner's eyes, if he defeats the guy who defeated the electric legendary, by proxy, he looks stronger.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Like, I don't want to bring up real quick about the Z move stuff because I feel like I'm not a ma'am, Trey. I'm not a ma'am. But I don't want to bring up the Z move thing because I feel like I might have an interesting opinion on that. So Who wants to go first on like in terms of like what the thoughts on actually the Z move, if whether or not if he's gonna win with it?
I can go first because I actually am very confused on one thing.
Go ahead.
Why do people think the Z move would work outside of Alola? The whole point is that Z moves don't
Well,
work outside of Alola.
it worked in Kanto though. Don't forget they went to Kanto and it worked there.
Uh,
You know, during the Brock and Misty episode when they first came back.
I don't remember him using a Z move. Maybe I'm just
No,
remembering
he
that
did in
episode wrong.
the second episode. They went to Misty's gym and
Yeah, that was the whole point of that episode. It was Gen 6 gimmick against Gen 7 gimmick.
All right. I guess my second point about the Z move is that I kind of don't like it.
Hello?
Don't get me wrong. Cool that Ash is using other old gimmicks and like he's mixing it with his Journeys team. But I know it's for someone like Pikachu because I know it's for Pikachu. I would want to have him teach one of his newer Pokemon how to use his. I'm not necessarily saying Gengar or Lucario, but those would be the prime candidates. Like maybe
Just-
teach.
If Lucario had a steel move, he could use Corkscrew Crash because
That's
Ash
what
is still
See,
using.
Just real quick, Samurai, I want to add on to your point. The Z moves were never mentioned to only be restricted to Alola, even in the game's turn, because technically we go to different worlds in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and we can still use them there. So, and in the anime's terms, yeah, they did use them in the Kanto gym battle.
I mean,
well.
for me, I don't think he's gonna win with it. I feel like for some reason he's gonna use it either early on or mid battle, and then between one of the three Pokemon, they'll finish the matchup using whatever signature move they have between the new Dazzling
Yeah,
Gleam, Thunderbolt, or Aura Sphere or something.
yeah, Infamous. I'm on
Because the thing with these battles is that the way they promote it, it's not the way they end. For example, Ash versus Viscus, it was Pikachu versus Raichu. The ending, Pikachu versus Electro. So, for all that we know, Gengar versus Rota might be the last battle.
Yes.
That would be crazy.
Rotom will
And
destroy
Gengar
the
is the
Gengar.
one that gives Ash the win.
No,
I'll
We,
say
we can confirm. We can
as-
confirm.
Okay, but
Wait.
as long as Pikachu doesn't use the Z move against Selectivire, because Motor Drive would cancel that.
No, this
Yeah,
is,
I was
gonna
say that
This
too.
is Journey's Ash we're talking about here. Okay, he's done dumb
Well,
mistakes.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I can confirm Pikachu fights both Electivire and Luxray because Pikachu and Electivire are the first two to come out, and the summary says that when Ash uses the Z move, Luxray is prepared for it. So we know it's confirmed that he's going to be using it on Luxray.
Which,
Yeah.
okay, that also brings
Well-
up.
Mm,
So I want to tackle.
The thing with Pikachu and Luxray is that it's the mouse and the cat. But I want for Lucario to battle Luxray because it's the cat and the dog. They are both black and blue. They are both from Sinnoh, and they were both Sorrel's Pokemon from the I Choose You movie.
I don't remember.
Coral.
If Lucario is to lose to Luxray.
I don't recall I don't call Sorrow only a Luxray. I just remember a dead Luxray in the snow.
Yeah, it was really just a dead Luxray in the snow.
Oh, it was
Maybe.
a variant. It was a Ice type Luxray.
Oh, shut. Okay.
Not everything is a variant.
Here's my thing about this. I'm with Infamous. I don't want Ash to win with the Z move, and that's not because of my issue with the Z move. In fact, my opinion on the Pikachu Z did change a lot. So I don't want Ash to win with the Z move, only because I want him to learn I want him to win with a different tactics, just relying on a Z move. What I mean by that is basically the issue I have with Cowboy, where it seems like whenever the Z move failed, Cowboy will freak out and lose like then and there. I'm gonna ask you like be resourceful if like the Z move fails, find another way to win. Don't just rely on the Z move. But that would be bad for the Z move's case because that's the same Z move that took down a guardian deity, so that's just negating the Z move's value now. So it's a yin yang now. So it's like, do I want it to work? Do I not want it to work? It's Journey.
I think that's one of the reasons why. I think that's one of the reasons why it's important to remember that he's using it against an Electivire specifically because, well, Electivire has that ability,
Well,
motor
no.
drive, so
But
most likely it'll absorb it.
oh, by the way, what's up, media?
Yo, what is up, guys?
And
You should
by the
introduce
way,
yourself
Trey
because-
mentioned that like in the summaries, Luxray's going against that Z move.
Oh, okay, my bad. Oh no, then Luxray is gonna get screwed.
Like it's like it will be cool if he wins, but not as like a. It's kind of a not like a letdown, but like we're coming off the tails of this.
It's a cop out. It's a cop
Yeah.
out because Ash wins, but he wins because he brought back a gimmick, a champion gimmick, no less.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not bothered by it as much as you guys are. Like, I understand that it's like, wait, but that's how I won last time. But it's like, I don't know. I guess it's just I've been someone who's been asking the anime to use things of the past for a while now. So the fact that they're actually doing it, I'm just glad that they're doing it. Like, I've said it multiple times in conversation between us that you guys already know that I'm not a big fan of a lot of the new stuff that Sword and Shield has introduced. So like, I like, for example, I'd prefer if Ash decides, hey, throughout the rest of Journeys, I'll use Mega Evolution and Z-moves and have. If he had to give Gigantamax or Dynamax to someone, I guess let it be Gengar, but it doesn't work for Pikachu, and it never will. So, like, get rid of it for Pikachu. But Z-move for Pikachu, that always works. So then, give it to that.
That's what I was saying. Like, this is a battle of the gimmick mons, or the
Yeah.
soon to be gimmick mons, because it's Mega Lucario, Pikachu with the Z move, and G-Max Gengar.
And I'm totally fine with that. I think
Like,
that's.
can
I
you
think it's
imagine,
fun.
like, Ash wins a match like with 3 gimmicks all at once, and then Volkner looks from the past like, that's my boy. that's the champion of Alola, man.
Yeah, because the thing is, one thing that I really want us to talk about is for us, because we know the video games, like we call these things gimmicks. But in the world of Pokemon, they're not gimmicks. These are okay. 2 out of 3 of these things are not gimmicks in the world of Pokemon because 2 out of 3 of these takes a lot of practice and a lot of mastering.
Yep.
And that's the
hard to handle.
situation.
What's the third one?
No, it's not.
What's the third one?
Nah, like when it comes to Mega Evolution and Z moves, it is canonical within the anime that you need a powerful bond with the Pokemon, and even if you're close to your Pokemon, you need to train them in the. When it comes to Mega Evolutions, you need a powerful bond, and you need to train them to get used to their Mega Evolution form. Meanwhile, with Z moves, you need a powerful bond, and you have to be in sync with the Pokemon. So, for us, again, as the gamers, we see it as gimmicks.
You have to do the Z move pose, and posing in a certain way, it's difficult. Like,
it is difficult, especially when it comes to certain Pokemon that, like, you know how hard it probably was for Ash to use a Z move with like Lycanroc because it couldn't do certain things because it couldn't stand up, but they did it. They found a way. So it's like that's why for me it's like, yo, no, like him using a Z move, it makes total sense because that is what a champion should use. Him using a Mega Evolution, it makes sense.
I'll say this: the moment when Kukui used the Guardian of Alola, because it's a fairy move, so the pose of the Taponium Z is the same as Twinkle Tackle. But Kukui did that so manly, like
yeah, he did.
If Ash one day gets a fairy MZ, and Gengar use Twinkle Tackle, and Ash has to do that fairy pose,
it's gonna look so silly. It's gonna look so silly.
Yeah.
But I think that's part of that is part of the comedy aspect, though. That's funny.
It's circumstantial. Like, for example, with Mega Evolution, like, because in the games you just need the stones and it's done. You don't need to max out the Pokemon's friendship or affection. with
Yeah.
Suit Bells or Pokemon Ami, sadly, but the anime goes with a different route. But it
Mhm.
depends on what and who they want to invest. Like,
Yeah.
Corina had 5 episodes to train Lucario. Trevor had Megazard Y just because. We don't even see his. I'm not saying that he didn't have a struggle, but that alone just shows the issue with journeys. Like, I cannot get invested in what I don't see. I cannot feel
Exactly.
like
Uh,
I would like if they gave us more context about how Iris became a champion. I could understand more of her struggle. No, why is she the champion? Because the games told her so. Like, we had a template for it.
Like personally,
Pokemon
I could totally see there being an upcoming arc of let's say at some point for whatever reason, whether it's against Karina or someone else, Ash has the ability to gain, a Mega Ring and a Lucario Knight, and I could totally see there being a situation where Lucario might be having problems handling the Mega Evolution because I don't like.
Yeah,
Ever since it evolved into a Lucario, we haven't exactly seen it. We
okay,
haven't
but
exactly.
okay, but at that point, I understand. But at that point, you are just recycling Corina's plot all over again.
I mean, yeah, no. I mean, yes, yeah, that is a problem.
I mean,
That it's recycling, but
Journey's already recycling
Yeah.
everything.
And knowing journeys, do you really want for because Corina has her Riolu since she has her Lucario since Riolu since before she was 10, and even she had struggles. So
Yeah.
journeys wise, a new baby Riolu that is now a Lucario after 24 episodes, he can handle that struggle in just one episode.
Oh no, that's gonna suck. Yeah, you're right. I'd take that back. I was gonna go into a whole thing where it's like, I mean, has anyone else noticed that ever since it evolved into a Lucario, we haven't really seen it that much hanging out with Ash. So it's like, I don't know how close they are. And then there's that whole situation with Gengar where he's not really happy with Ash for not really taking him along for a while. That whole comment in the Koharu and Professor episode.
I want to talk real quick about the Lucario thing because I feel like I feel like you could do something interesting with that where it's like, okay, I know this is Journey we're talking about, and I know we're trying to get our hopes high. And yes, it's low-key recycling the Karina stuff, but then again, it's like, what do you expect from Journeys? But if they gotta make it unique, what if after Ash Lucario Mega Evolves for the first time, freaks out, it's scared of the Mega Evolution? Like, it's afraid to do it again.
Oh.
Unlike Karina, where it kept on wanting to do it.
It makes sense because unlike Corina, Ash has aura within him. So either aura facilitates the transformation or it hinders to the point of Lucario being afraid of not being able to control such power. Like, it's too much to handle. Because Lucario, it's evolved, but it's still a baby.
Yeah, like it's the same thing with Gligar and Gliscor, where it was like, even though it is evolved, it's still a baby at the end of the day.
And one good thing about this too is they showed Lucario has a temper tantrum already.
Yeah.
In the last episode that we seen it in, so
you would get mad, Trey. You would get mad too you would get mad too if someone smuggled ice cream on your face.
If they somehow utilize Ash's aura to facilitate the transformation or to hinder to the point where Lucario can, but he refuses not to, because in the end of the day, that's more cathartic because Ash has the power to Mega Evolve, but he refuses because he doesn't want to hurt his Pokemon. So he's going to win without transforming.
Wait, I just thought of something, Kuro, but because you're the smart one. Can you remind me? Can you remind me? What moves does Ash's Lucario have? I know Aura Sphere, but what else?
Aura Sphere, Reversal, False Palm, and Double Team. He needs to learn Bone Rush for this battle, and he needs to
No.
Okay, no, because okay, my theory is gonna be incorrect then, because I was gonna say if he happens to know more special attacks than physical attacks, one theory that I had was that one thing that Kluro said really caught my attention and opened my eyes to a possibility, and that is, I mean, this is Ash we're talking about, and and everyone continues to say that Lucario is his ace of this journey so far. So in the past couple of seasons of Pokemon, there's always been something special about Ash's ace. So what I was saying is, this is the first time in the anime we're seeing a Lucario Mega Evolve, possibly Mega Evolve, that has a connection with Aura. So then, what if
Mega Lucario X? You want the Mega
yes,
Lucario?
that's what I was gonna say. Where it's like it Mega Evolves into Mega Lucario X.
Okay, so
And
then
it's
who's
fighting
the-
Psychic.
Or Y,
so
or
who's-
maybe Y, because the Y variants usually focus more on special attacks.
All right,
No,
so-
but the Y variant, it's the one that maintains the types. Look at Charizard and Mewtwo.
Oh,
So
you're right. Then then maybe it would. Yeah, Mega.
No,
Lucario
but
X-
Mewtwo is
Mega
my favorite
Lucario
type.
X-
Without fighting.
Mega Lucario X would have to be fighting Psychic, like lose the Steel. It's not like Ash using the Steel type anyways.
Yeah, he never uses a Steel type move anyways. So like,
I'll say this.
Metaphor,
I'll
what
say
you had.
I really would like to see Ash's Lucario train with Kukui's, because Kukui only showed 3 moves, and none of those 3 moves were Aura Sphere. And Kukui's at Dragon Pulse, and that's a level up move. So,
yeah, that's a really good. Like, those are all really good
again,
moves.
I don't know.
It didn't make that Dragon Ball reference more
how to
obvious.
feel, I don't know how to feel about the Lucario, like, because Lucario, it's a fighting Pokemon. So it would be interesting if, if Surfetch was the physical fighter and Lucario
Yeah,
was the projectile fighter.
yeah.
So,
I mean,
Goku Vegeta.
I could take it from my own personal. I could take it from my own personal experience where, in my Pokemon games, like recently, I've been focusing a lot more on special attack and Lucarios than anything else, just because I noticed that it's surprisingly beneficial. Like, especially with the fact that Lucario can learn Psychic, I realized I'm like, oh fudge, this thing is amazing.
Hey, we
Yeah,
got-
Lucario can learn Psychic.
Let's not talk about
Yeah,
Psychic.
Lucario can learn Psychic.
This is news to me.
So could Gengar.
Yeah.
And look what happened.
Oh, speaking about Gengar.
Okay, to be fair, it
You
makes
sit on
sense
a
with
rock.
Gengar. Like
Rock.
Poltergeist.
You sit on a rock.
It was an HM tray. It was an HM.
Yeah, no, yeah. Just to give you an idea, the moves that I run on it are, if I remember correctly, Aura Spear, Psychic, Bone. No, not Bone. There was definitely a ground move somewhere. I just forgot what it was, and I gotta look it up. But it's really. Oh, Flash Cannon, because it's an actual Steel type move.
Yeah.
So hey, man, want to talk about Volkner?
Okay, I had a point to add, but this was back into the Mega Evolution thing.
All right, go ahead.
That's the okay. So like, I heard media that's saying, "Oh, why wanted Mega Lucario X?" I don't think we're gonna get any more exclusive Pokemon forms after Ash Greninja. I think it's better if it was just a one-time thing.
After Ash Greninja, you mean Dust Lycanroc?
No.
Just
Like
like
Ash
Rock was
Mega-
available, but
Ash Mega evolves his Lucario, but he doesn't do it again. Like, it's a one-time thing to promote the Sinnoh remakes or something, and it's done. Like, it shows that
no.
Okay, how about
it
this?
shows
How
that he
about
has
this,
the
actually?
potential for, again, it's what I was saying. It shows that Lucario has the potential to Mega Evolve, but due to some circumstance, because Horror either hinders or boosts him to a very scary point, he refuses not to. Like, imagine Lucario wanting to become as strong as Corina's without having to Mega Evolve, just to flex on her.
I rather would prefer that. I rather would prefer
Like-
that. I would.
Like, show his raw strength without any power up.
You want to know what's you want to know what's interesting about that, Kuro? That you said that, and I know we've had this conversation before, because you and I have conversations about everything in Pokemon. But it's like, what you just said right now is exactly what I feel when it comes to Ash against Leon and Gigantamax, where it's like, how awesome would it be if Ash were to like battle Galarian trainers and be like, you know what? That's an interesting ability you have, but you know what? I'm gonna become so strong that I don't need it, and I'll beat you without it.
But at this point, you're just jobbing.
here.
At this point, you're just jobbing at Dynamax because you hate it.
Oh no! I mean, yes,
Yeah.
I totally. No, you're right. I hate it.
Yeah, but we are here to talk about journeys, not to hate on, like, like if you wanna talk about hating on Dynamax, we can talk about Journeys because they don't tackle Galar. Like they tackle Sinnoh more than Galar. So
You're right. You're right.
like you just arrive to the call just to bash on Dynamax and to flex.
Oh no, I'm sharing my opinions.
We also got
Wait,
a ranking to do for the
No,
games.
I have a Wait, but no, I have a question. But no, I have a question. Before you said 2 out of 3 of the, I want to say concepts rely on skill and training. What was the third one you excluded?
Dynamax.
That was Dynamax.
Yeah, Dynamax. Yeah.
It was
Wait,
obvious.
what applies? Dynamax doesn't require training to master. Dynamax seems like you would need a lot of training to master. In fact, I think you would need more training.
No. You didn't hear. No, you didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. I said 2 out of 3 of them require a powerful bond and synchronization.
Basically,
And a little bit of training. Yes.
You need to earn Mega Evolution and Z moves. Like that's
Exactly.
clearly shown.
Dynamax.
Meanwhile,
Dynamax, you could buy in a
Yeah,
market.
really. Z moves, yes. I
Dynamax,
don't agree with
Dynamax
that.
is region locked. Dynamax, even in the world of Pokemon, is region locked because it depends on eternity.
Z moves, yes. Mega Evolution, no. Because Mega Evolution, in our reality, you can just find the stones if nobody gives it to you. Like you can legitimately go find these stones.
yes,
You can
but
find it,
you
but
can have
remember
the
Karina.
stone.
Remember Karina.
The problem comes though.
Then again, the power of Z moves is also the light of Necrozma. So if Necrozma kaputs, no Z moves for no one.
That's what I'm saying. Like Z moves, you had to be given it. They had to be given that like a ceremony kind of shit. While Mega Evolution, if you weren't given one, you could just go find one. Because I remember Nurse joined one episode, she just found one in a mountain. So
But
it's hard to find a Mega Evolution stone.
Samurai, we're not talking about. But Samurai, we're not talking about looking for the crystals or anything like that. No, we're talking about the actual what it actually takes to master the forms or the abilities. You get what I mean?
I guess.
Like not anyone can do that. They have to have a powerful bond or synchronization with their Pokemon, which in the anime it showcases it's not as easy as it looks. But anyways, going back to Volkner because my bad.
Back in the day, I just want to clarify something. Back in the day, Pikachu battled Electivire, and he defeated Electivire, but this time Pikachu will most likely get recalled, right? Not saying that Pikachu got weaker; it's just more strategy-wise. Because
he got weaker.
Times move on, and back in the day, Static could paralyze electric types. Not anymore. And the last time we saw Pikachu paralyze a Pokemon with Static, it was Roxy's Garbodor. 9 years ago. Static is nowhere to be seen in X and Y, nor in Sun and Moon. And I know that MediaNet is going like this. I can already feel the salt. Where was Static against Alan's Charizard?
Oh my god! Listen. Charizard.
We're not talking about this. We're going back to Volkner. Back to Volkner.
Let me justify it, bitch. Charizard.
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it Gengar. Gengar beats Rotom.
I'll say this. If in the end of Journeys, Pikachu and Charizard, they G-Max 3 turns past and return back to the normal size, and then Pikachu just paralyzes Charizard or something.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Hey, G-Max Wildfire always causes burns if you are not a fire type. So
okay, but that's the move itself. Pikachu just using status like
and what came first, abilities or Z move or G-Max?
Wait a minute, isn't that how Pikachu won against Garbodor in the Unova Gym battle?
Yeah.
Oh,
abilities.
I still don't like Astral.
How is that an S-pull? Because abilities are a gen.
No, it's an ability.
And Max moves are a gen thing.
And an ass pull.
Okay, the way you make it sound is that Ash is like trying to rely on the ability itself. And I don't like that. Like if it just happens by chance,
that's how we Blaze. That's how we defeat.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Hey, Ash Greninja is an ability.
What? Okay, now you're just.
I'm not.
I
like the way Blaze happens.
We bring you into this house. We give you food, and you're dizzy on Infernape.
Samurai.
I'm not dissing on Infernape. I'm
What?
Samurai,
What? The
Samurai,
Infernape slander? Is that what I heard?
This
Yeah,
man,
hey, Samurai, listen. Blaze was an ability. Battle Bond is an ability. This Kraken Rock can only happen if Rockruff has own tempo. So they are all ability.
Okay, but Ash wasn't relying on Rockruff's ability. That's what I'm saying. I prefer Infernape when he doesn't have to rely on Blaze. I like it when Blaze happens as a point of it's been battling for so long and it needs this push. I don't want Ash to like rely on it every single time. As like, even if it just happens by happenstance, I rather abilities happen by chance.
That wasn't Ash relying on Blaze because the referee was going to disqualify Infernape. That was Infernape doing it for himself.
Yeah, but the way you guys make it sound, I'm saying that it sounds like you guys are relying on Ash using these abilities. I don't want Ash to rely on static. If Ash used like quick attack and then Charizard happened to get paralyzed, Ash wasn't expecting it, but he's happy with it, then I would be more happy. I would completely accept that. But if Ash is like, Pikachu, just ram yourself into Charizard and hope for the best.
I just want to see static again. Is that too much to ask?
Yes.
Listen. I'm just saying.
You're a baby.
Yes, I'm a baby,
Yes.
but
No, not you, Samurai.
shut up. I want my.
Okay,
Wawa.
so
I'm the youngest one here, so yes, I am a baby.
So Luxray has Rivalry, Intimidate, and the hidden ability is Guts. So maybe it will go with Intimidate. Let's see the game part.
Oh.
Dude,
Wait, Luxray has guts?
Okay, so
I'm gonna.
Ooh,
love
Luxray. The thing I will say that I'm also excited about with some of Volkner's team is because of the obviously Sword and Shield. There'll be some nice updates to moves for like Luxray, for example, having like
Yeah.
maybe like Psychic Fang, which might be pretty cool to see.
Maybe
we haven't
Rising
seen that
Voltage.
yet.
Also,
Rising Voltage could be that could
we
be
cannot
dope.
we cannot forget something. Remember back in the Project Mew when everyone was saying, "Oh, it's the Crown Tundra," and I was saying it's Mount Coronet and it was in Sinnoh. Everyone oh, the BDSP special with Yalg and Palkia. Just to watch, it's going to be in Crown Tundra. Max Layer. It's going to be in the fucking Max Layer. Just to watch the Bamboozle.
no, it's gonna happen in Galar.
So here's the thing. You guys know how Journeys goes with post-game territory, and now we are seeing, this Red and Green brothers, and you get the Komoyam Z in the post-game of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Which is odd.
But it's not going to be Clangorous Soul Blaze. It's going to be Clangorous Soul because, it's the downgrade version in Generation 8.
He's calling it, ladies and gentlemen.
But I'm seeing something. The next episode, it's going to be with Komoho. The afterwards is going to be with Luxray. It's the Dragon style and the Tiger style. These are Mustard's Pokemon. So Ash is not per se battling Mustard, but he's preparing for a match, at least in my eyes. And
I like it.
And let's not forget that we do see, we have, Komoho, we have, Luxray. So I was going somewhere with this. But yeah, okay, the Hyperclass. When he defeated Iris, we saw the Hyperclass matches. So they have a plan. We saw at least 5 trainers in order, right? We have Volkner, and on the left and on the right, we had B. B will most likely be the last match before Ash ranks to Master. Who comes after Volkner? Kabu. Kabu will be the next. Kabu will be the next match. However, I'm skeptical because Kabu, we already saw G-Max Santa Scorch in the Darkest Day. We already saw G-Max Colossal. So are you telling me that when Gordy shows up, the Pokemon is going to, showcase his Stone Journey?
I mean, I don't see no issue why they still can't give him the Scorch.
Yeah, they can still show us Santa Scorch. So yeah.
One thing they could do, Carol, is that since Kabu's from Hoenn, I think the town is, I forgot what town Flannery's from. I think it's called Leathertown, if I'm not wrong.
Oji's town. We already saw that place.
They can go to the same place twice, Carol.
Okay, so Wind and City, got it.
Yeah, they went to Winden how many times?
Wait a minute.
Or
wait,
naked. They are
wait.
always
Hold
forgotten.
on,
Or
hold on.
naked.
Hold on, real quick. Samurai, you're telling me Kabu's from Cohen?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Cowboys from home.
Yeah, they confirmed that in his league card.
I did not. Oh, to be fair, Sonic does a terrible job with like the characters.
So, what I'm saying-
However, the only Hoenn Pokemon he has, it's a Torkoal in the tournament. Not in the gym.
Don't diss on Torkoal.
I wish he had a camera up.
Don't diss on the
Yeah.
What do you have with Torkoal? You can't just let me have the Torkoal. The Torkoal's big.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah, and in the story of Galar, there was some point in time where Kabu lost his job to Peony, but they are still buddies. So, if anything, the Komoho from next episode and the Luxray from the Volkner, if they are hints for Mustard, let Kabu be a hint for Peony. Like,
Okay.
come on,
I'm fine with that.
that's like, or do us the greatest bamboozle of all time and
Hello,
Ash
Ollie.
can only battle Kabu if Go completes the gym puzzle of capturing Pokemon. Like
Oh,
way,
actually, that would be great. That would be a great
Ooh,
way.
that's
to
a good way to
utilize-
incorporate
can
Yeah,
you imagine?
yeah,
Can you imagine? Like, okay, Ash, you can battle me, but only if your friend, help. Like, imagine. Like, it doesn't need to be the gym puzzle copy paste, but imagine that some wild
fire capture challenge or
imagine that some fire
Yeah.
Pokemon are on the loose in Motostoke and Go has to capture them because Go does Project Mew, Ash helps, but Ash doesn't get tokens. So in a way, Go helps Ash how Ash helps him.
Yeah.
It gives Go a Growlithe and a Vulpix and maybe a Salandit and the season.
Yeah.
for
A
you.
What do
Salandit
you
and,
want?
and maybe
Like,
even
That's perfect.
maybe even
like,
a Sentinel Scorch or whatever the pre-evolution is.
It's just
Yeah.
repeat.
Yeah.
Oh, I like to come
Yeah, that's
back.
actually how I caught my son sports in the game.
Also,
Like,
this
that's
is
how I
just
caught
this
it.
is just something that I personally want. If Go is to capture a Salandit, be a male of. Okay, capture two Salandits. A female to become a Salazzle, a male, but the male is a shiny.
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
Okay, that's why I was like, why you giving him a male? Do you just hate Go? Like, is Colonel seriously really a Go hater giving him a male Salandit?
I just know that.
No,
Well,
two
wow.
Salandits. A female one to become a Salazzle, and the male one that it's a shiny.
Yeah,
I'll go with
because what you first said is like, I want Go to catch a Salandit, but have it be a male when you first said it, and then you corrected yourself to say two.
Hey,
So I was like,
listen.
Well,
We're talk-
he was
Hey,
still
listen,
pretty
wait,
clear.
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Let me finish this thought. Listen, we are
Yeah.
talking about the kid who caught 3 Wurmple and he got 3 Dustox. Just
Yeah.
to watch, how this dude he wants to capture 3 Burmy to get, a Wormadam of each variant, and all Burmy will be males, and he will get 3 Motims. Watch.
Yeah.
What
I mean,
is this one?
that's more lucky.
Yeah.
That's more lucky.
That'd be
You
so
see how hard
depressing.
it is to get a male Burmy?
This is
don't
me.
know.
Actually, this is me being the odd one out just because something that Infamous brought up. But I actually believe, that Gengar might beat Rotom using Ice Punch specifically, and then lose to Luxray by Psychic Fangs.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
Or Crunch. Yeah.
Or Crunch, Yeah, that works too.
That would be dramatic. That would be very dramatic. You lose Psychic to lose to Psychic Fangs. Oh my fucking god!
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You played.
You played yourself, Gengar.
Get hold.
No, but
okay.
I like how Gengar, because it feels very poetic. Because Gengar defeats Rotom, because Rotom lost his Ghost type, and then he loses to Psychic Fangs because he lost the Psychic move.
Yeah.
So Gengar plays himself twice here. Like, that's Karma's a bitch, and I love it. Thank you, Journey.
Karma's a bitch. Wait, what did Gengar do to make him have karma? Shit.
But
speaking
yeah,
of
I'm
that-
excited for this battle. I'm excited
Yeah, I
for
was gonna
this
say, I think we
episode.
talked enough
Again,
about
people need to understand. Just because the new director changed in January, that his influence and leadership would not be immediate. episodes take 4 to 6 months to be produced, guys. Now we are seeing the change.
Unfortunately,
Now we are seeing the
Okay.
change.
the downside though, it took us
See,
70
I'm-
episodes to get to the change.
Yeah, I'm not as hyped as everybody else is. I'm cautiously optimistic
I was gonna
because
bring
I
this up
think
real quick. I don't want to be negative. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just saying this right now before we deal with the Karina nonsense again. It's okay to be hype, because personally I am pretty hype, but be cautious, because oh god, I've seen this roller coaster before. It's not fun. So with that said, be hype, but be wary. With that said, Ash Brow will win with a
cough,
different
cough,
tactic.
cough, Infernape episode.
Yeah, yes.
Cautiously
yes.
excited,
The
yeah.
Infernape episode is one that hurt me the most. Because god dang. Anyway.
I think it's because we all overhyped ourselves.
Yeah, we overhyped ourselves with that one. So that's why I'm like, let's
I mean that was just my lessons with journeys in general.
I thought you were gonna say that was my lesson with my marriage.
Yeah, the promotion material. Yeah, the promotion material is never, what it's going to happen. Like, if anything, I like how this new director Jun Huada, he's very ambitious, but being ambitious can be a double-edged sword because he has great concepts for episodes, but the broadcasting and the bigger guys in the corporate, they still want the episodic nature instead of serialized. So he has great ideas, but he has to cram it all up in one episode when, like, back in the day, everyone was saying, oh, this should be a two-parter. Now we are reaching an era where this should be at least 3.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
an issue that in itself. But with that said, though,
Heck, the Darkest Day should have been at least 5 or 6.
oh my goodness,
in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely could have used an extra.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
that's an
agree.
episode
I
would have
agree
helped.
with
Yeah, because that's the thing with storytelling. Introduction, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. It's 5 parts. The Team Flare arc finale, it's 5 episodes for that specific reason.
Yep.
Well, I thought it was 5 episodes
fun.
just because it was gonna be too epic.
Wait, so I remember, I think I told Trey about this last night. So I was talking about, I thought what Pokemon Journeys was going to do is that they're going to stay in Galar for a set amount of time and do the original story. Because what I wanted them to do is, since Team Flare in the games was pretty bad, I wanted them to do, so what they're going to do in the anime is they're going to flesh it out more. It's going to be like Team Flare 2. Not like it's Lysander again, but Team Flare in terms of they make the story better, they flesh out the evil team.
They compress Team Flare just for the last season and retool the story to make them look like a menace.
Which
Fair.
it worked.
To be fair, I think there were 4 seasons rather than 3.
Let me guess. You want for Ash to stay in Galar for 15 episodes? Because I'll say this. Ash is not doing the gym challenge. But that doesn't forbidden the guy or even, there are some gym leaders that Ash has no obligation to battle. Like, for example, honestly, I would not mind if Go and Koharu were the ones to battle, Milo and Nessa in some capacity. But I would like for the Wind and Star tournament to be a thing. Yeah. Because...
even then...
Yeah, the Wind and Star tournament, because that way you show the gym leaders, you show, the teamwork and the synergy, and you introduce characters. That's what tournament arcs do.
Most
too
tournament
bad
arcs.
we'll probably... Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a tournament arc in Journey.
Also, my skepticism is still, 2022 we have PLA, so we have Legends Arceus. I don't see them doing Gen 9 next year. Like Journeys, Generation 8 will be 4 years. Journeys can go until Gen 9 territory.
Yeah.
And for those who are asking, so does it mean that we are going to have to wait a year and a half for a main game? And I'm like, you are always saying Game Freak does, games too much, always
Too
in the same
fast.
game.
Yeah.
So I would not mind a year and a half gap. Or if they really want to release a game, release Let's Go Johto in late 2022 and rehire Hilka and outsource Masuda for that premise.
Honestly, yeah, I 100% agree with what you're saying, Carl. I've been saying for years that they've been making games too fast.
Yeah, because Go has Suicune, we have Tokyo with Celebi, Ash's pursuit on Ho-Ho and the introduction of Lugia in the
Do
beginning.
you honestly think?
Let's Go Johto is not that far-fetched to make. BRB.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say.
Let's Go Jodo isn't far fetched. It's just that, yeah, it's not far fetched at all. Yeah, I could see that happening, honestly. Just that Johto's a region they don't really like to focus on.
Yeah,
So I
I
don't
mean,
know how the anime will do that.
How could Let's Go Johto be Farfetch when Farfetch isn't even a Johto Pokemon? But
Shut up.
That's a
Okay.
terrible joke.
Okay, that's it. Well,
Oh my god.
I think it's time for us to move on. We've talked about this discussion about the Volkner stuff and then some items for a bit long now. So,
Yep.
are you guys ready to move on to the second topic of today?
Yeah, sure, why not?
I love the enthusiasm. Let's do it, folks. Folks, unfortunately, I cannot use this awesome layout, mostly because I need to switch to the other one, and that is ranking every mainstream Pokemon game. So you all ready to do this? Because I know I am, especially a certain game in particular that deserves to get the A tier. So yeah. All right. So here's what's
I'm
I'm scared.
So here's what's gonna work.
Before you start, okay, you're gonna explain it.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, do remakes count along with Let's Go?
Nah, I didn't put remakes into this. It's just for like the only games on this are the main ones and the dirt editions. Because the dirt editions do change some things to like make that generation different.
That solves a lot more problems.
All right,
That solves a lot more problems.
So here's how it works, guys. Obviously, you guys seen rankings before. You guys know the S is the best and the D is the worst.
Well, I just want to say something because I'm seeing Volkner's team. His Rotom fan has the move Substitute.
Have fun with that. Also, real quick, we got
Oh boy.
folks in the chat. You guys are also more than welcome to help us out with this tier list because obviously I want to hear everyone's opinions on each of these games. So I figured why not start things all out with the original games, Red and Green. Let's do it.
Let's go.
I'm kidding though. I'm putting Red and Blue because that's the one I grew up with. Well, not really, but you get what I mean.
So, yeah, well,
RGB.
So yeah, first up is gonna be Red and Blue, and then we'll tap. Well, okay. Do you guys wanna? Okay, yeah, yeah. We're gonna talk about Red and Blue first, and then Yellow second. So let me just go in and find it here because I know I should have it here because I downloaded all of them last night. Oh yeah.
So like we just talk about the game and then give our personal rankings.
Yeah, like just talk about your experience with the games, what you liked, didn't like about it, and like where would you put it in your ranking? And then we'll even it out so it's reasonable. But but apparently I didn't.
I'll say about
Go ahead. Go ahead.
One thing I'll say about Red and Blue is that they had charm of them being like the first games. Like whenever you look at the first game of a franchise, it's very charming to see where it started. Like this goes for all those franchises like Legend of Zelda, Mario, Sonic, then Crash. If you see the beginning of their franchises, while it doesn't compare to the second or even third game in their series, it's still like very cool to look at the roots. So I think it's enjoyable, but only if you really grew up with it. If you were like a new Pokemon fan, unless you're really curious, you're not really missing much. You should just honestly play the remake at that point.
Yeah. Well, I started with Blue. My first starter was Squirtle because I saw Blastoise in the cover, and 3-year-old me thought, okay, I am mandatory to choose, the mascot Pokemon. No regrets because Squirtle is my boy. Pokemon Blue.
Base.
And then Yellow.
There
And then the rest is history. But I do have to agree that it's a product of their time. It's a great game. Don't get me wrong. Both remakes are by far better and superior because, well, times change, right? Like the game it's great. It's challenging, and it's the first game, so therefore they have the legacy of starting out the franchise. Um, so in terms of technological improvement and starting the franchise and creating the roster and the idea of creating the roster and the moves and the idea that you
Mhm.
can still have the same team of Pokemon, but they can still have different moves or different, like, whatever. Like, you make your own team and then the link cable and whatever. Yeah, I'm seeing people saying in the chat B. I will say B. I will say B as well, but it's a very low B.
I'm giving it a C.
All right.
Okay, put it on high C for
All
now.
right. Real quick though. Infamous Media. Do you guys want to talk real quick about the games?
Believe it or not, I actually played Pokemon Red a little bit after my first Pokemon game. Okay, this is me putting on my showing my age. You young whippersnappers, starting off in Diamond and Pearl and your Black and Whites. Back in my day, my first game was Pokemon Yeller, where me and the little yellow rat walked around and did the stuffs and the things and the beating the teams of the Rockets and all that. Right after that, I got curious and I decided, you know what? In my team of Pokemon Yeller, I had Pikachu and I had a Charizard. So then let me go get the Charizard game. So I played Pokemon Red. And during that time, all I say was, there's not a lot of color in here. But aside from that, I don't know how
shit.
long I can do the old
All right.
man
All right,
voice,
old man Jenkins.
but no, what I will say was Pokemon Red, kind of what Kuro says, like, it is a product of the time, but there is that wonderful legacy of it being the first that the music is iconic, the sprites are very funny to see, especially if you remember sprites like Golbat and stuff like that. Like, goodness gracious, there's some sprites that either are really funny and some that are just straight up nightmare fuel. But one thing that I think everyone can unanimously agree on is Generation 1 was not just a generation of beginnings, but it was also the generation of Earthquake. Earthquake everywhere.
And Hydro Pump. We always have to get Hydro Pump.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
also remember Gen 1 was really glitchy with the moves too.
Well, so's the generation of Psychic types now that I think about it
Yeah,
too.
because
The Psychics were
Psychic was
broken.
OP in this game
Oh
too.
yeah, psychic types were freaking horrifying.
I remember.
All right,
I remember I was playing Yellow. I was playing Yellow on my 3DS Virtual Console. Butterfree got Psychic. Absolute beast. I kept it on my team till endgame. That's how much of a beast it was.
Yeah, that was great.
So, yeah.
But yes, so I'd give it a, because of legacy, I definitely think it deserves at least somewhat of a higher tier, but not as high as like Yellow. So then, like, this might be me being too early on Yellow, but I'd put Yellow like A or S
Yeah.
tier, and then
Yeah.
Red and Blue around like maybe B tier.
All right,
That's
Infamous.
just Yellow. That is an opinion.
As far I mean, yeah, like Red Blue, iconic games. I mean, if you're adding Yellow in that category, it's got the first generation, the OG sprites. I think if I was putting in the ranking, I'd probably put it in B tier, because we also have some games that even approved upon a lot of those things, and I think that'll make it up into A tier later on. But I mean, it's the beginning, right?
Yeah.
It's how we got the Pokemon games we got today.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
It set the standard.
I'm
Yeah.
on the same boat with you guys. I say it goes. It's legendary, like not legendary like Mewtwo, but it's a legacy. It started the legacy that we. This
iconic.
game started what we are doing right now today, talking about
It
the
started
game.
the anime. It started the manga.
It started the
It started the Pogs. Remember the Pogs?
Elf
No.
Pogs. They're back.
The cards.
In
Remember the
Pog
cards?
form.
The holographic Charizards and thingamajigs.
So, all right, I'll put it in B, and looks like everyone else on the chat here agrees with B, B, B. All right,
Yeah.
so we're gonna put it in the B for the B movie. You remember that movie? It just playing on Nickelodeon today. I don't
No,
know.
it's B for blue, for
You like
Pokemon Blue.
jazz?
You like jazz,
It's
but
B for blue and Blastoise.
all
Yeah.
right. Of course, you guys know already. Like the traditional, Pokemon has always done this tradition where whenever they bring out back then they'll bring out the new games, the two games, and then the third version, and that's what we're going to talk about for a brief moment, because this is the one I grew up with, Pokemon Yellow. And yes, there are some slight differences here and there. So, who wants to talk about Yellow real quick, or do you guys just want to put it in B2?
Mm.
I'll
I'll
say this. Yellow, it doesn't change much because it's just an anime-ish adaptation of Red and Blue. But Yellow has the benefit of being in the Game Boy Color,
What the?
and you know, some Pokemon and teams, they change a little bit, but it's not enough to change the experience of Kanto. So if you play Yellow, like if you play either three of the versions and don't play the other, you are not missing much. But Yellow is definitely an improvement. And Yellow, just like how Green and Red and Blue, they created the games. Yellow was the standard to creating the improvements and the third versions, and by proxy, creating, you know, remakes. So I will personally would put Yellow on high B, and therefore Red and Blue on low B.
All right. Real quick, Infamous, is everything all right? Because I did hear you kind of like say something.
No, sorry, something else was going on. I guess to insert mine really quick. Well, I guess I have the floor. I would put Yellow on high B, like over just red, as it just kind of introduced some of those characters, you know, anime wise. And I mean, I know a lot of people really love Yellow, like of course Red and Blue, like the OGs, but they really love Yellow, so I'd probably put it up on the higher B side as well.
I mean, I would most likely put it in mid B. I enjoyed Yellow a lot because that was like when I got to play Red and Blue on emulators, I thought they were fine. But then when I bought Yellow on the 3DS Virtual Console, it felt like the quintessential edition. Like this is the definitive edition you want to buy. Like if you want to play through Kanto originally, like on a Game Boy, I recommend playing it on Yellow because Yellow, for one, Charizard can learn Fly, and that is just a blessing. Because Charizard and Red and Blue could not learn Fly. So there's like a bunch of quality of life changes, whether you want to not call them quality of life changes today, but I'm sure back then they were doubted as quality of life changes. So I would give it a mid B and then Red and Blue a high C.
All right. Media Nut?
Like this is where my bias shows because Pokemon Yellow to this day continues to be one of the most important video games I have ever played in my life. It is the game. Actually, fun fact: Pokemon Yellow is the game to introduce me to video games. After that, I started experimenting with games like Mario and Sonic. So it's like I owe a lot of my life to Pokemon Yellow, and like it's the game that introduced me to Pikachu. And to this day, Pikachu is still my favorite Pokemon of all time. It's not right now tied with Greninja, but Pikachu is still there. I actually believe that Pokemon Yellow is a much further advancement of Red and Blue. Like it added color to the game, like genuine color. You had reworked sprites that are more modernized now, that are more recognizable now. I believe it was ahead of its time. The music though was still somewhat the same. You noticed that they added a little bit more to it, especially like when it comes to the especially when it comes to like some of the anime inspirations that they put into the music that they added within the game. I for one would put it, a lot of you guys are saying B, I'd put it, if not S, then I'd put at least A or like low A then, but that's just me. I have always loved Pokemon Yellow. I will continue to love Pokemon Yellow, and I will always be an advocate for it.
All right.
Long live Pikachu.
And here's my story with
it's
Pokemon Yellow.
it's one of those it's one of those games where you know experience and the knowledge it kind of differentiates, because if you know more or less you can either put, because from high B to low A, it depends on what you know. For example, this goddamn game was what allowed for the Adventures manga to have the yellow art.
Yeah.
So and Yellow's character overall. So if you watch it from that angle, also this game,
As a, yeah.
also this game is what the creation of this game is what facilitates Ash to go to the Orange Islands in a way. So if you look at it from that angle,
Yep. I love it even more now.
Here's I have a story about Pokemon Yellow. I grew up with
Let's go,
Yellow.
Goggles.
I love Yellow, but I also hate Yellow. And here's the reason why I both love and hate Yellow. When I was a kid, I want to emphasize this right now. I was a kid back then, so I didn't know the concept of what's up, Trey. By the way, the concept of like
What's up?
Okay, so you guys know. Can you? Can
Wait,
you?
what's the discussion right now?
We're talking about we're ranking the Pokemon games right now, and we're starting with Gen 1, and I can't hear much with the sound of a car noise.
Oh, my bad.
Thank you.
Oh, I just want to say real quick. I know I was gone for a minute, but finalize my thoughts on Volkner.
Oh my god.
Really excited. I think Zimu was a great idea. I agree with Kiro. I think the tie would be nice because Ash has been winning too much.
Oh, but when I do a tie,
predictable.
it's bad. When I do a tie, it's bad.
As long as it's broken later, not 3-4 years later.
Listen, you. I'm a good story. Anyways.
But yeah, continue.
But okay, so you guys know the whole story about like back when Game Boy, like the memory games, like I think something with the battery will always die and like you can't play the game anymore, or like you can't save. That's what happened with Yellow. So whenever I played Yellow, I can never save, and at that point in time, I can only get up to Brock's gym. I didn't knew this whole like the game could break, the save file can break, and you can't play the game anymore. Like I did not knew that. Plus, I didn't know how to beat Brock without a freaking Charm, without a Bulbasaur or Squirtle. So I was struggling so hard, up to the point where I rage quit the minute I was about to lose Pikachu against Onyx. So I was like, nope, fuck you, Yellow. I hate you. You're my childhood. And here years later, I played it again, and I loved it. Loved the OST. I love Pikachu following you. I love the Jigglypuff little thing. I love the Cubone storyline. Wait, let's go. Never mind. But the point is, it's a love-hate relationship with this game, and that's why I'm inclined to put it in high B.
Yeah.
So, chat, where will you rank Pokemon Yellow? And Trey, if you can, I hope you can. Do you have anything you want to talk about Pokemon Yellow?
Yes. I played Yellow when it came on the 3DS, and I did the Mew thing. I got Mew, so that was pretty dope.
Wow.
I never finished Yellow.
Wow.
I say if I was to rank every version of the Kanto games, the original is probably my least favorite. Fire Red, Leaf Green is probably my favorite, and then with Let's Go being in the middle of the originals.
Yeah, to be fair, you need a lot of perseverance to defeat the Indigo Elite Four in any iteration, because damn Lorelei, what the hell?
For real. But I would say Yellow was a pretty enjoyable game. It's one of the starting games that one for the anime too, so it's really dope.
As a kid, I thought I default like Ash in the game too. By the way, so when my brothers gave me the game and I saw that like they evolved both Bulbasaur and Squirtle.
Also, this game, if you transfer the Pikachu from this game to Stadium, you get Surf. If you transfer this Pikachu to Gen 2, you get the Light Ball item.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Didn't know that.
All right. Looks like everyone's saying high B. Do you guys agree on high B?
Yeah, high B.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's fair.
All right, I put in high B. And with that said, much like Generation One, it's behind us now, and I miss those days, even though I was not alive around that time. So there we go. All right.
Now it's time for Generation 2.
Next up is
Wow.
Johto, and I can't say a single word. So enjoy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, even myself personally, as far as
Yeah.
Johto goes, I can throw
guess-
I can throw Johto in D for all I care.
What the?
To be
I
honest.
can talk about it if anything.
I haven't played
Okay,
Johto since
I
before
will.
that.
I will
Johto's
go first. to give these
Johto is
people-
just the least interesting out of all. I think personally why everyone praises Johto is because you go back to Kanto.
Yeah.
Oh,
You go
no.
back to the original
First,
region.
It's the post game effect. Many people just like AG because of the Battle Frontier, not because of Hoenn.
I feel like if Tyron was here, he would defend this game against you all.
Oh, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Right now.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Well, I don't know if he's available to go on call right now. That's the thing. Like someone see if
So
Tyron.
the way I see it, Pokemon,
Wait. Let's wait. We're talking about Gold and Silver first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. So the way I see it, Pokemon Gold and Silver improved on everything in Red and Blue. They had way better sprites.
More colors.
Flipping how they had way better gyms. The game was more balanced. There was almost zero glitches from when I played the game. If you had a different experience, I don't know. But Pokemon Silver, they had great music. They built upon the lore even more. Whether or not be a good or bad thing, that's a whole different argument. But in a lot of ways, they improved upon Red and Blue, and that includes in two regions. And even though I think Kanto does take a lot of shine away from Johto as a region, Johto as a region by itself is actually pretty interesting. And if I think Kanto was in the game, if they gave Johto more time to shine and made the game a bit longer for a Johto journey, then people would see Johto in a different light. But Pokemon Silver and Gold, they pretty much improved upon Red and Blue's formula in every way. Like
Okay,
every sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My two cents on the matter.
Mhm.
And I'm going to say the rankings right now. Gold and Silver, for me personally, it's a low A. Crystal is a little bit better of both of them, but not as much. But it's still A because in terms of context, Gold and Silver, they gave us more color, they gave us more music, they gave us shiny Pokemon, they gave us breeding, they gave us, legendaries for the boxes, a trend that continues on until this very day. They focused a lot more on, version exclusives, right? Crystal, you cannot get Ampharos. The Merit line, you can only get them there. In Gold and Silver. But yeah, Gold and Silver, they also, it's a sequel. It's the continuation of the story, so that alone also some points. It continued for the franchise to continue until this very day. The mascots were in the anime before being in the game, so they also have, some legacy to it. There's just, but there are things that, these games, same with Crystal didn't do much difference. What improved when people think of Johto, they think about Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They don't think about the originals, sadly.
Yeah.
The thing with this game is that again, it's what Samurai said. We are in Johto. I already talked about shinies. We are in Johto, but it doesn't feel like Johto because many of the trainers and gym leaders, they focus a lot on Kanto Pokemon. Like you battle Chuck, he has a Primeape and a Poliwrath. You battle Bugsy, he has a Kakuna, Metapod, and a Scyther. So you don't feel the Johto. You don't feel a lot of Johto in Johto. And when you go to Kanto, it's all crammed up. But you have the battle against Red, so I guess there is that, and you can re-challenge the gyms. But you don't feel like, in terms of Johto, you feel the lore, you feel the changing in geography, but you don't feel like you feel the biomes, but you don't feel the what's the word the fauna and flora of Pokemon. Like you are basically in Kanto 2.0. You don't feel like you are in Johto because it, even some Johto Pokemon are only found in Kanto, like Murkrow
Houndour.
and Slugma. So,
Houndour.
and even Larvitar is also on Mount Silver. That's after you get the 16 badges. And Dunsparce 1% chance. So, um, again, these games, you know, they have tremendous amounts of legacy, but it really shows that they didn't do much with it. I don't know if it's because Kanto was meant to have 190 and 39 Pokemon got postponed for this game. That's why we have the missed signals, guys. Therefore, the missing number. But yeah, for me, and also the continuing on with the Team Rocket plot, but they didn't do much with it. I'll say that, you know, Gold and Silver, it's in low A. Crystal is a little bit above, but still in the low A department. Um, this is again in terms of games, but the games facilitate, you know, the anime. They facilitate, you know, the manga, and they had their works and charm. So there's nothing, you know, and like they get more color, they got more beats for the music. It's a great improvement, but it's not the definite version of Johto that people go for. So
Yeah, I can do that.
low A.
All right, and before we go into media now, real quick,
yeah.
Red Rose, I didn't see you in the chat.
Hello.
Red Shoe.
I just
Hey.
heard Jordan, so I thought I was
Rosity.
typing.
We're
Hello.
talking about the Johto games, so perfect.
Yeah, I know. That's why I joined. I could sense it. Anyway, so we're ranking the games, aren't we?
Yep. No, yeah, he's
And
gone.
he's gone.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
And,
But okay, there he is.
and he's back.
real.
Hello.
Alright, there we go. I couldn't hear anything.
All right, but what are your initial thoughts on Gold and Silver in addition to Crystal?
If we're doing solely games, to be honest, I think Johto's like a fun region, but it gets carried by the remakes. Like the original GSC games aren't really that great, mainly because of it was really tedious in my opinion, because you had this really awful level climb. The level crawl from Price, where he's like mid-level 30. And then you have Jasmine, who's like in the 40s, and then Lance all the way up in the 50s, and there are no good like grinding spots, especially since it wasn't very well
The
designed.
Victory Road is empty. The Victory Road is empty. Like the level climb, you go from level 9 to level 41 in the gym, and even in Kanto, you go from 14 to 50. Like Giovanni in Gen 1 is as strong as Lance is in Gen 2.
It also sucks because while like the Kanto portion of the game, and it's really cool that like we got to revisit Kanto, and there was an actual time skip. It was really annoying because there's no grinding there either, because they decided, oh hey, to make the Pokemon levels as they would be if you were actually playing through like the actual Kanto games. Viridian Forest would have a bunch of level 4s and 3 Pokemon. Yeah, especially with how are you meant to like grind up to beat Red? Like that's the most tedious thing. I was playing earlier, and I've beaten almost all of the Kanto gyms. I'm nowhere near him. I'm nowhere near Red's like Pokemon's level.
To be fair, Red is more like a final boss. Like you're not supposed to directly count him after you finish the 8 Kanto gyms. You're supposed to do other things throughout the game. He's supposed to be like.
Well, really, there isn't like much. Like it's kind of empty. If there was an entire post-game story, then yeah, it would kind of be reasonable. They're like fun, but most of it's just kind of nostalgia based. Like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, like fixed a lot of it. Not all of it, but yeah.
Yeah, I see.
I'm not too big on the original Johto games.
I prefer the original Johto games, but we can disagree.
Oh yeah. Also, oh no. One last thing is that Johto, even though it's a Johto region, it has so many Kanto Pokemon. Like
Yeah.
now on, it's harder to find newer ones.
Bro,
Which is
buddy.
like you so many new things. I mean, you so many new things that people can't even.
These games, they don't like original Johto. They don't allow you to get the starters of Kanto, nor the birds, nor like because like it's a game again that it's heavily carried by Kanto, not because of the Pokemon in the game or the region in the game, but because of the generation prior. Because they are expecting, because it's a sequel, they are expecting for you to have already bought Gen 1. So that's why a lot of, gift Gen 1 Pokemon are not here. Like, the Lapras appears every Friday because they expect that you already got the Lapras from Silphco in the Gen 1 game. If they had some orange islands for grinding, yeah, but well, I think that if they did, we would not have Sevi in the remakes of Kanto.
Yeah. It's choosing your battles, really.
Basically. Yeah, my experience with gold, silver, and crystal is very similar to what you guys said, where it's like fun fact, actually. Gold, silver, and crystal are the Pokemon games that, from my memory, took me the longest to complete. Like, out of every Pokemon game I played, I think they were the ones that took me forever to be able to finish. But like it wasn't but it was fun. Like I still had fun. Again, similar to what some other people said, like I like the revamps of the colors and the designs of a lot of the Pokemon. I like that it's whenever there's a new Pokemon generation, they're just gonna up the ante when it comes to just like designs and music and stuff. So that's something I'm always excited for. I like the more attention to like things relating to legendaries and the lore and stuff like that follows it, especially when you go to like places like Equity City and all that. I had a really good time training with the starter Pokemon. Like it was in that it was one of those situations where when trading was like becoming a thing, I remember with some of my friends, I'd be like, hey, like I want to like Pokemon Yellow, let me have all 3 starters. I want the same here. And this was around the time that I started watching. Like Pokemon Yellow was after I played Pokemon Yellow, I started watching the anime. And as time would pass, like I started getting interested and seeing how like Ash would always have the starters. I was like, oh, like he's probably gonna get the Johto starters. So I won all 3 and I got them. But then it was the one complaint I had, and it's similar to what you guys had, was that like was the fact that like a lot of the Pokemon I noticed I would have in my party are originally Kanto Pokemon. But
even
there
in the,
is
like for example, even in the story, for example, Slowpoke, like in the story, for example, Morty doesn't have a Mischievous, right? And that's the only ghost of Johto. Like for example, the Slowpoke well, the Farfetch in Elix Forest, the shiny Gyarados, the Squirtle bottle, the fact that Lance only has Kanto Pokemon. Like again, you are in Johto, but you don't feel it.
Yeah.
For example, they don't even give a Tyranitar to Karen, so they give a Vileplume.
Yeah. And then one thing I will say was that and you'll see that I have a lot of stories about these in a lot of different generations, but in Gold and Silver specifically, Gold and Silver is the definitely a game where I got some of the more fun captures. Like very early on in the game, I don't know how this happened. I didn't know this was possible, but I got a Phanpy really early in the game. Like the moment you got the ability to use Pokeballs, I found the Phanpy in one of the routes.
Oh, route
And
40, route 46. You in Pokemon Crystal,
yeah,
in Pokemon Crystal, you have a 5% chance of getting a Phanpy in the morning time. So
it
between
was
five
so
and
great.
between 5 and 9 a.m. It's morning, not day. It's morning. You have a 5% chance of
Yeah.
getting a Phanpy.
Yeah, so I ended up getting Phanpy, and it became one of the mainstays of my team, and it was so fun. I loved it, and I loved using it in a lot of
Even though
battles.
Dawn Fan doesn't learn ground moves by level up, and TMs were not reusable back in the day. That's
Yeah,
what.
yeah, but the thing is that imagine this. Like I catch a Phanpy early in the game, and the first two gyms are a flying and bug type. Honestly, that helped a lot, especially when a new rollout.
Yeah. So let me guess. When you battled Whitney's Meal Tank, it was a rollout on rollout.
It was a rollout on rollout battle. It was
Mm,
great. It was
okay.
fun.
Fampi evolves at level 25. So I guess you were a bit over leveled for Whitney's Meal Tank at level 20. Let me guess. You had a moment where Fampi battled Meal Tank, defeated Meal Tank, and evolved into Dawn Fan or something
Yeah,
similar.
that's exact. Yeah, because you know me. You know me. I when I play Pokemon, I
You waited.
play.
You waited for the
Yeah,
perfect
I wait.
moment.
Yep.
And let me guess. The anime late in Master Quest, they give a Fampi to Ash, and you were like, "Damn bastards!"
I was like, you like it's either I remember for a good amount of time there was a running joke in my family because around that time that was like early 2000s and around that time the Pokemon Johto series came out and also Shrek came out. So then like there was a lot of jokes within my family about yo Hollywood because again this is before I knew Pokemon was an anime. Where we were like, yo, Hollywood is like following my family because Shrek looks just like my dad, and Ash just keeps getting Pokemon that looks like mine.
Oh,
So
okay.
that
So
was
it's
like the running
so it's
Yo,
joke.
why does
okay.
that worries me?
So
Why does Shrek
okay.
look like your
Okay.
dad?
No. Okay.
He
So
really does.
bro, it's what OLM is doing to me. I'm talking with my friends on DMs about what the anime should do, and then the anime does it. I'm like, okay, OLM. OLM,
Exactly.
OLM is stalking me. DMs,
Yeah, but
VCs,
to
like
rank, but
if
yeah,
if if
to
if anything, if my creative writing can be canonized, I mean, steal my brain, OLM, for all I care. It means that you're doing a
yeah.
good job.
But would they actually do a good job with your
But yeah,
brain, though?
to rank the games though, I'd probably rank Gold and Silver, High C, Crystal, maybe a B. Because there's no way they're gonna get higher than Yellow, in my opinion.
Alright, here's my story with Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Back when I was a kid, anytime me and my family would go visit my cousin's house, they would let me play the Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. But the issue was like their gold, one of their copies had the same issue with Yellow, where it was like you can't save. So I spend a majority of my time just making it to the first gym, and every time I do that, I always choose each of the different starters, like Chikorita, Totodile, and Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is the one that I kept going to the most anytime I visited them. So when the remakes came out, I chose Cyndaquil, and that's Trey. Are you still here? Cause he'll know this story. Trey?
No.
Oh, he's not here. Oh, he's mute.
Continue to tell the story, man.
Well, no, because he knows the story. Because this is where my love for Quilava came. Specifically Quilava, because the minute I saw it in Gold, Silver, and Crystal with the red eyes, I immediately knew I gave it the right nickname. I call it Blaze the Beast. I call it Blaze just because like fire, Blaze, and then I added the Beast the minute I saw the red eyes. The red eyes really got to me. I was like, this looks epic as hell. Like bringing out a demonic Pokemon with red eyes, destroying my enemies.
So we go from Cyndaquil, who has squinted eyes, into the beast.
Yeah, the beast has
To be fair,
awoken.
to be fair, they are based on honey badgers, which are demons.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Use
Also, in regards to Crystal, I'm just ranking Crystal a little bit higher than Gold and Silver, not because it's the enhancement, but because when I started school, when I started school, everyone had Crystal, and because of that, we went to each other's houses to play Stadium 2. So it's more of a personal experience rather than actually being the
Oh.
enhancement.
All right. But yeah, I did manage to beat Pokemon Gold in like an emulator back in high school. So I will say this though, the music is good. I hate though how all the good mons, I say good mons, are restricted to post game. I hate that so much. I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of
What?
miss you.
I'm actually remembering something. Let me know if I'm wrong, but in the intro movie for Gold, Silver, or Crystal, I don't know which one, wasn't Charizard in it for some reason?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well, Charizard is in the Entei movie. The Pokemon you are thinking about it was
No,
Mewtwo.
he's
because
asking-
Mewtwo was meant to be in the Entei movie, but he never appeared.
no, he's talking about in the
Mewtwo
game.
appeared later on in
No. I'm talking about in the intro movie, like for the video games,
yeah,
The opening.
like you know how in the
Charizard was-
beginning of every Pokemon game there's
Charizard was
Yeah.
there because Charizard before Pikachu, Charizard was the mascot. It's Pokemon Red. It's the first game.
No, but I'm not talking about Pokemon Red. I'm talking about Gold,
No,
Silver,
I
and
know
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
talking
Gold,
about,
Silver,
and
it
I'm
was-
telling you the
Okay,
reason
okay.
why he's there. I'm telling you the reason why he's there. It's legacy.
So yeah,
Okay, I got you.
Not-
but
Yeah, because
to mention
because
it
because because in that clip you have Shelder in the sea, and then you go above the sea and you see a Lapras. Yeah, like
Yeah.
even in the intro
Over
clip, they were
reliance
Kanto bias.
on season.
The-
Yeah,
Yo,
over
they were
reliance
Kanto
on
bias
that
even
one.
in the clip. Holy damn.
Yeah.
so yeah, unfortunately,
Oh man, it
Gold,
started.
Silver,
Like if anything in the credits in the outro, you see more of Johto than in the Lance battle because you see Bellossom, dancing in the outro.
Yeah.
so yeah, unfortunately,
Lance.
Also, the bug contest, the highest Pokemon is Scyther, and Heracross is just headbutts, and there's no way for you to realize how that works. And I think that's the thing that hinders Johto because many Pokemon that you get from Johto, they are from Kanto, and they require not only trades, but trades with items, Caesar, Steelix, Slowking, and they have low
Yes.
percentages of, and then there are some Pokemon that have low percentages of being found, because how the hell are you going to get a Yanma?
easy.
I don't know.
Easy. Buy the
Trial and
guidebook.
error.
Buy the guidebook.
I don't know. For me, I just found that out by
you go
accident.
to the bug contest, and there is no Yanma there.
Just buy the
Oh
guidebook.
yeah, Yanma is a Gen 2 Pokemon.
Buy
Oh
the
shit, I
buy-
thought Yanma was Gen 4.
buy the guidebook. That's how you find out. That's my answer.
Buy the guidebook.
Yes, buy the guidebook. It's literally $5. You hear that, Trey? I can't make that joke anymore. Why am I still making that joke? Why am I still making that
Okay,
joke?
Literally $5.
Okay,
That's right.
I think we should move on to Gen 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's
but-
go.
Okay.
I have
Before.
something to say
Okay.
about Gen
Before.
3, alright.
Hold on. Before we go. Okay. So we'll agree. Gen 2 is good, but it has too many. It has so many flaws. So I'm inclined to put it in high C. Unfortunately, I know full well Tyrone's gonna get mad.
Yeah, I'd say high C.
Tyrone's gonna get
I
mad at me,
see.
but what else is new? He's mad at me all the
I-
time.
Dang.
I have something to say about Gen 3.
I personally was ranking it in low A, but if it's IC, it's IC.
Okay, well, Chan, what do you guys rank Gold, Silver, and Crystal? Where would you rank it? Because I'm inclined to change it.
That's the chat.
Low B. Low B. Actually, yeah, low B. I'll go low B.
I mean, I said it already. I go high C for Johto. Crystal maybe a low B.
All right. Okay. Okay, how about this? We put it in low B. Both of them. Like low B.
What
I
is
agree with that.
what is chat saying?
Let's see.
Try the
Tyree
same
saying B. Like, me and Meaning are saying low C. You guys are saying, put in the A. So I think low B is fair enough.
Yeah,
All right, that's fair.
low B for now. Okay.
All right. All right, so there we go. The Gen 2 games are in low B. Everything is in B. Okay then. Now then,
Okay, now let's talk about.
Wait,
trumpets.
I thought we talked
you
about.
don't have the crystal, and they are on high C goggles in the screen.
No, they're moving soon.
Okay.
It's time to talk about trumpets.
Gen 3. I have things to say about Gen 3. And Kuro knows what's coming.
You hate it.
Oh, I know. Wait, do I? Well, I know.
You do know. Fuck Garisha. This bitch. This bitch hate Gen 3. The amount of times I lost to her is staggering. One hit KO moves up the ass. Talk about 20% hit ratio. Change that to 100% because that's all the times it hit. Jeez.
Are we in the
Fuck
hallways?
Ruby. Fuck Sapphire. Fuck Emerald.
What's
It gives
funny?
it a card.
So okay. So I guess I'll start by saying something real quick. You know the ever so famous song within the anime dub of for Johto. It's a whole new
Hey,
world.
goggles. Crystal
like-
above gold and silver.
What?
What?
I'm telling goggles. Crystal is above gold and silver, not below.
Yeah, crystals above gold and silver.
Why? I think Gold Silver is better.
Really?
Here's one reason. Because in Crystal, Kurlava loses his red eyes.
That's
Oh,
stupid.
That's not reason enough.
goggles,
Come on, that's your own life.
goggles. That's also if I were to say, oh, crystal is worse than gold and silver because I cannot get an Ampharos there.
Oh,
Come on,
well,
Goggles.
that too, but still, the
You
red,
can't?
the red eyes,
That-
though.
You can't?
The red
Yeah,
eyes.
the Marie line is just for gold and
The
silver.
red eyes, though. Did you not see the red eyes?
Okay, Crystal is officially
No
the
one
worst game
cares.
of all time.
I care.
Because
I
bro, if you want an electric type, you can always wait until the game to reach the middle point, and you can fish a Chinchou.
Yeah.
And if you're
yeah,
lucky,
because that
Yeah.
and if you're
But,
lucky, your Chinchou will be a shiny one.
Yeah. But yeah, go into Hoenn real quick. So everyone here obviously knows the main theme of Johto, the first theme of Johto Journeys, where they sing "It's a Whole New World." That song, weirdly enough, is what I felt when I played Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald for the first time. It all felt so brand new, so different, so interesting, and so full of life. Like it was such a different feeling, and it was interesting because there was never a situation. This was one of the first games. This is one of the first Pokemon games where I actually wanted to try to catch as many Pokemon as possible, just to try them all out, just to see what they could all do. Because in my mind, I was like, okay, what type is this? What type is that? What Pokemon is this? What Pokemon is that? What does this do? And it was really fun. And I liked a lot of the things they added, like the addition of contests were a lot of fun. I spent so much time in contest halls trying to get all those ribbons. And obviously, you know me being a Pikachu fan. I went through heck to make sure I brought Pikachu along with me for my adventure, but it took a while. But
ask a question.
But for each game, I started with different starters. So if I remember correctly, I think I started off first with Trico, then Mudkip, then Torchic for each game. And I had a freaking it was a fun time. Surf was hard for me to understand because I was so young. Because Surf and the other games I felt were a lot more simple. Here, because the majority of the region was like there's the running joke of IGN, too much water, which I disagree. Obviously, now that I'm older, it's a lot more easier to navigate. But when I was younger, I was like, where am I supposed to go? So I found myself getting lost a lot in this game. In the caves and the ocean specifically, I got lost a lot. But even then, it led me to finding a bunch of Pokemon that I didn't expect to find. So it's kind of a win-win, I guess. One of those situations.
If anything, you being lost at sea and in the caves makes the adventure more immersive.
Yeah, like it just gave me more experience, more of a chance to explore. Although I will
Wait,
admit, some of those situations may or may not have led me to capture Pokemon that something tells me I wasn't supposed to capture yet.
Reggie,
No,
Reggie.
no, yeah. I mean, well, yeah, one of them was Regice, but that was another situation.
Wait, but I have a question. I have a question. So, did you think Skarmory was Gen 3 instead of Gen 2? Were you one of those kids?
No, no, because I played Gold and Silver, there was a Skarmory in the game, so I recognized Skarmory already.
Ah, okay, because a lot
But
of people like that.
but
A lot of
Slugma, on the other hand, I thought for a while Slugma was Gen 3.
I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you for thinking that.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
say
but yeah.
I was one of those people who thought Skarmory was Gen 3.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give the rendition of Gen 3. So more color, more sound. We got Pokemon abilities. We got double battles. We got contests. We got more Pokeballs because they did the apricorns, so we got more here. We got berries and a variety of berries because back in Gen 2 we got Paralyze, Heal Berry. Now we have
Genesis.
Vegetable.
No.
Be right back,
The
fellas.
legendary
Continue.
Pokemon. Yeah, the legendary Pokemon in the box actually are part of the plot, and it sets the trend of villain team has to get the legendary to save or destroy the world or whatever. So it started here. Um, it was the first region where they dexed the dex. Like from the 386, you can only get 202. So yeah, people just complained about Sword and Shield because Twitter wasn't a thing in 2002 3. So yeah, they would complain if they could. Just watch Serbi Farms, for example. But yeah, this game, it basically allows for a lot of exploration, right? Like underwater and tall grass and the weather, because they introduce weather here. They don't have the day and night cycle like in Gen 2, but you have to detect the waves and see your alarm clock. And it's basically a generation where, because of
Okay,
having these
guys.
legendaries, they
Coral, I'm sorry to break you, but I think I think. Okay, I need to ask the chat real quick, real quick. Were you guys able to hear my friends?
What's wrong?
Were you guys able to hear my friends? Cause I gotta know. Okay, so here's what happened. I had to step out real quick, and then when I had to go mute my mic real quick, I noticed the desktop audio was muted, but it wasn't muted all the way. Like what I'm trying to say this, it was on for a while, for a good while, until we got into the rankings. So I don't know how long that thing was off.
Meaning?
Meaning they may have heard like we may have like went through like about I want to say like 10 minutes of them hearing just me.
Wow.
no, but people were listening in the chat. Like
Okay,
Oh yeah,
so
that's true. Yeah, people wrote in the chat.
yeah, people are talking about it in the chat. Yeah, so
Yeah, they could hear us fine, I believe.
so it might have been like a brief moment I did there. Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, I apologize if I caused anything.
Yeah, we good. We good.
yeah.
This is the first. This is not the first time this happened though. It happened to me during my Emerald playthrough, where I was muted talking to my friends and no one heard me. It was my bad. Continue. My bad.
Yeah, but I think
Okay,
people in the
anyways.
chat are listening. If they didn't, they would say something before.
Yeah, I just double checked it too. You're good. Everyone should be
We're
fine.
fine. We're good.
All right. Thank you.
But yeah, Gentry did a lot of stuff. But I think it's one of those situations, just like in Gen 2. It's like a give or take. Like they give us a lot of stuff, but they take away a lot of stuff back. They are not, the perfect games. Like when we talk about the remakes, we'll eventually, reach that conclusion. they continue the trend of the grinding battle tower, because Crystal gave us the battle tower in Olivine, and they gave us the battle tower here. They even gave us the trainer hill in the Wind Strait route. Yeah, like we see forests, we see weather. We don't have the day-night cycle, but whatever. But this game, it gives a lot. It promotes exploration. Like the game doesn't tell you what to do or where to go, and doesn't go from one place to another with a cutscene like in the remakes. Like you get Surf from Wally's father, and the world is your oyster. In the remakes, you get Surf. Let's go to Mauville.
Wait, don't you mean your world is your cloister?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Also,
guys, something
also,
came up, so I gotta leave.
Bye, guys. See you
Something came up,
sometime.
so I gotta leave. So I want to say thank you for having me on the podcast. Everybody, thank you, Goggles. You've been a great host. Yeah, thanks,
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Samurai.
I like how this game, they still have one of the most difficult Elite Fours.
No, no, no,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
I want.
Especially Ruby and Sapphire, because the champion, it's a steel champion, but he doesn't only use steel Pokemon, but at least he has a variety, because
He at least has
it feels like
Hoenmons.
something like and I think that's why many people think that Skarmory is a Gen 3, not only because of the Ash route to Fall Harbor, Route 113, but because Skarmory is the Pokemon that Steven Stone uses first. It's his first Pokemon that he used on the battle to set up spikes. So there's that as well. In regards to post game, honestly, I don't recall much, because Gym re-challenging in the Battle Frontier, it's for Emerald. Like there is the only things that you can do in the post game is basically the Reggie thing. Also the games, right? And even the movies and whatever. Because of Jirachi, many people have these recess rumors of the White Stone and the Jirachi, and you go to space on the moon to capture the Oxys. And then, of course, it depends on the version. You have to chase on Latios or Latias. I got Ruby, so I had to chase Latios. So, but yeah, Ruby and Sapphire, I would rank in low A. With Emerald and all of their improvements and whatnot, high A. I think that's the big jump, but that's just me.
All right.
Also,
yes, my bad. I'm back, so I can jump in.
Also from personal experience, Crystal was the first game that I played with friends. But Gen 3, it's when I actually started to establish friendships from years to come, in regards to school and whatnot, because we still needed friends to have Pokemon, because this was the last gen of the link cable. This was the gen when they created the wireless adapter for the remakes of Kanto. So, yeah, like you better have friends if you want to complete the Pokedex.
Okay, hold on real quick. A and B asked the question, like, what starters did you choose in every region? Do we want to tackle that real quick? At least up to like generation, we're to this day, up to point Gen 3.
Gen 3. Yeah, I guess I can rip off and then really quickly just insert something about Ruby Sapphire, and I see you're putting Emerald up.
Yeah, I was getting
for me, Charmander for Kanto, Cyndaquil for Johto, and then Trico for Hoenn. I don't love many grass and water starters. I just think like Bulbasaur and Squirtle, like they're okay. They're very iconic. So I've used all three. They're decent. I think like Chicory is just a trash Pokemon. Like it just doesn't compare. I'm sorry, the slander, I guess, but
how dare you?
But it doesn't compare. Like the moves, it doesn't compare. Like it doesn't to Feraligatr or Typhlosion. It's just a harder mon to use.
Did you not like Ash's Chikorita? Did you not like the Bailey?
Well, in the anime, it's different. In a game perspective, Chikorita, that whole line is kind of trash.
I don't. You
That
don't
whole
worry
line
about
is
that.
not great.
You.
I agree on Meganium.
No. You sit down. You sit down. Your turn's next.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I mean, I thought Trico, like when I first saw the design, because I don't really know the Mudkip fascination. I don't think Mudkip's that cute, but when I saw Trico, I was like, yo, that's a badass Pokemon, and he's gonna turn into something badass.
It was so
and
badass.
I want him on my team.
It was so bad. Ash got it.
Yeah, exactly too. So it kind of worked hand in hand. And I guess to really touch really quickly on the ranking for Ruby Sapphire. I see you're putting Emerald up there. All fantastic games. They introduced many things that I love, and some things that I didn't love as much as far as like the water aspect. I didn't love too much of the diving and surfing, just because the amount of Tentacruel and young Infamous didn't understand the fact of using repels. I was just like, I embrace the world and I'll just defeat everything. But Tentacruels were like the bane of my existence.
Yeah.
Tentacles, the Golbats of the sea.
No, Gen 3 and 4 is
so
where
annoying.
I really started to dislike the Tentacruel line.
Yeah, like it's they're just such annoying Pokemon. But I think another aspect, I'm not sure if anyone touched on it here in the chat, but I think another reason why these games, I would kind of put these high A, to be honest, all three. I probably put Emerald on the highest side of that though. But this was also where this for the modern age, it really sparked fan games and ROM hacks. I can't tell you. I mean, you guys kind of know there's so many builds of just ROM hacks based off of the engine of Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. So I think that's just another aspect that I think definitely puts them above many others. Because I mean, you got there's a couple like Reborn. I think is like a base engine off of that. There's a lot. There's a lot, and Gen 3 just kind of inspired that. Plus the really dope scene when Rayquaza coming down. You got Kyogre, you got Groundhog. That's like a whole like movie cutscene. You're like,
Yeah,
oh snap!
It was the
It's
first
really happening.
It was the first cutscene.
So it's got some cool aspects like that. And then yeah, I mean you have so many legendaries you can catch, Latias, and using and then just seeing new Pokemon that are really cool, like Swallow being like a nice 2-stage evolution main bird was just really great to have. Again, I think this is also the one region that had the strongest amount of starter pull. There was so much like kind of even divide between all three starters, where it was kind of harder for some to pick versus others. To where I feel like even though Gen 1 is like really favorited, a lot of people kind of shifted. Mostly it seemed like to Charmander or Squirtle, but then as time has gone on, people's like, yo, Bulbasaur is like really good. And I feel like the same thing for Gen 2. Everyone kind of went Totodile or Cyndaquil, and then you got the people who had Chikorita, but Chikorita's still trash, so it doesn't really matter.
I would like to point out right now that Chikorita can do damage.
Chikorita is garbage. I'm sorry.
But I understand where Infamous is going, where Gen 3 was really the first region where people started putting more focus on the grass type, where it's like, yo, like Sceptile's got it going on.
It was more competition
and not just that, because you have grass type exclusives. You have Shiftry and Ruby. We have Ludicolo and Sapphire. Before the Roxanne gym, you can get the Shroomish to defeat Roxanne, and then being toe-to-toe on a fighting type when you evolve into a Breloom, like just sparring with the Makuhitas and defeating those Wave.
And you had Roselia's as well.
Because it's Hoenn. It has a great flora. Like Route 119, the jungle route with the tall grass. Yeah. Like, that's the thing about Hoenn.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool things I think that Gen 3 introduced. Now, when you get to Gen 4, I'm going to have to hype it up because, Gen 4 guy here. But yeah, Gen 3 solid. And yeah. Those are my starters anyway.
All right. Who else left here other than me to talk about Gen 3? I think Trey.
I think he just muted himself.
Of course he did.
I always change starters depending on the version. Like for Gen 3, like for Ruby I use Torchic, for Emerald I use Mudkip, for Alpha Sapphire I used Sceptile. For Gen 2 Gen 2, it was Chikorita in silver. It
Nice.
was Totodile in crystal. And it was Cyndaquil in heart gold. For Gen 1, Squirtle in blue. Yellow, it was Pikachu, but I had all of them. Fire Red was Charizard. And in Let's Go Eevee, that, someone bought me the game even though I don't want it to, but it was a gift, so I cannot complain about it. I used Venusaur because, well, Venusaur needs love, man. And that's all honestly what I wanted to do. If I was to buy the remakes, just to watch someone's going to give me the remakes as a Christmas gift, even though I will not ask for it. Because in Pearl I had Chimchar, in Platinum I used Piplup, and for the remake of Diamond I was planning on getting Turtwig.
All right.
It might happen. The future is unknowable.
All right.
And
Here's.
uncertain.
Okay, so
But-
before I get into my media, you want to say something?
Oh no, I was. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was my turn or not. You.
Also, I just want to add
do.
something on what Infamous said about the Chikorita line, being trash. I'll say this: when I use, okay, no, but here's the thing: when I used Chikorita, the first two gyms, the flying and bug, yeah, it wasn't Chikorita who carried me; it was my Hoot, like Hoot
Yeah.
defeated Volkner, and then evolved into a Noctowl by defeating bugs, and I'm like, that's my boy. Woo!
Nice.
Funny enough, Ash got the shiny Noctowl, right? My first shiny, it was not, the Gyarados, like for many were. It was a Chinchou, but I caught Chinchou at nighttime, so I could not see the difference between, the blue and the purple, but when it was day and he evolved, why is my lantern purple? But yeah,
Good
it was
memories.
funny times. Don't diss on my boy Lantern.
But yeah, no. For me, my starters, if I remember correctly, Pokemon Yellow, obviously Pikachu, but I had all three. Blue, I believe. I don't know if I went. I don't remember if I went Squirtle or Bulbasaur. I think I might have went Squirtle, maybe. And then red, I went Charmander. Johto, for gold, I went Cyndaquil. Silver, I went Totodile. Crystal, I went Chikorita. And for Hoenn, I think Ruby, I went Trico. Sapphire, I went Torchic. And Emerald, I went Mudkip.
Say this.
So-
In regards to the games, there were some games that I didn't choose the games. They were just bought for me, but I like how my grandmother thinks, because I was always watching the Lugia movie and she bought me Pokemon Silver. It was like, oh, I'm going to buy, the game of I'm going to buy the game of the monster of the movie that he watches. Like, I don't think I knew that, gold was a thing until I played Crystal.
Nice.
Like, I didn't care about the titles of the games. It was just, oh, it's the Blastoise game, the Pikachu game, and the Lugia game.
Yeah.
Of course, that, me being, the 4 to 5 year old that I was back then, I see Blastoise. I need to choose Squirtle. I see Pikachu. They give me a Pikachu. So they enforce me that idea. So you can imagine how a 4-year-old Kuro is disappointed that Lugia is not his starter Pokemon.
What the? That would be one hell of a starter.
Also, when I plugged in the game, I thought that I was going into the Orange Islands
Oh my
before
God.
going to Johto.
Oh my goodness. But now it is my turn.
Hey! This was before Cerebi.net, okay?
Yeah.
This was before any internet was active as how it is now. Y'all remember dial
I
up?
think
But I have to
think
thank the Pokemon games because they taught me the English. So
I would definitely put the Hoenn game somewhere like mid A, probably.
All right. Here's my story about the games. First off, obviously the starters I chose. Gen 1 was Pikachu, obviously, but then I chose Squirtle for Leaf Green, and then I pretty much chose the other two later on. For Gen 2, I chose Cyndaquil for most of the cages, but I did chose Chikorita when we played through Hardcore. And Gen 3 is Trico all the way. Like, Trico is my favorite. So there you go. I'm a Trico boy. My boy Trico. You hear me? Trico. I can't do the voice.
Okay,
Anyway,
Ash.
Trico! Anyways,
Okay, Ash.
my story. Hey, don't compare me to that bastard. Here's my story.
Okay, Ash.
Here's my story. I'm the Alon, dang it. Anyways, here's my story. Obviously, this was like around the time when my brothers were still into Pokemon, so they allowed me to play through Ruby, Sapphire. They didn't have Emerald for some odd reason. I don't know why. So obviously, most of my experience playing through those games was just relying on like their save files. So I did legitimately play Emerald until I bought it from a yard sale back in I want to say 2014, early 2014. Now, was it 2014 or 2015? It was 20.
Ours was 2014.
Yep, 2014. I was playing through it until that fateful day, the day that changed the world. ORATS got announced. The minute I heard that game was coming out, I stopped playing the game. Because I was like, I
want to share a little Gen 3 story because my family is just amazing. So I went to see the Lugia movie, right? So Lugia movie. Then my grandmother buys me Pokemon Silver because, oh look, it has Lugia in the cover. It's in the cover of the movie. I need to buy the game that has the same Pokemon or the creature because my grandmother doesn't say no Pokemon. It's just it's the creature, it's the monster, it's the Pokemon. My uncle, because Ruby and Sapphire, they were in the summer of 03. And this is a linguistic issue. I told my uncle that I wanted Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire because I already knew that there were going to be two versions. So because I didn't told him that there were going to be two versions, I said Ruby and Sapphire. I should just, I should have, show the image and pick one. He bought me Ruby and Sapphire. Pinball game. So second grade Kuro had to wait while everyone was playing Ruby and Sapphire. I had to play the pinball game and wait until Christmas. Although everyone was seeing me playing pinball and then everyone got pinball for Christmas.
Oh my god. So you started a trend before the trend started.
I started a trend because of a linguistics mistake. I want Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Okay, and he buys me Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. The pinball game.
Well, to be fair, you gotta be specific with parents. You can't just say I want this because they're not gonna know it. Like you actually gotta physically show them the photo.
Yeah. Then again, I think it was the best mistake of my life.
Oh no!
Hey, Pinball RS is the shit, bro. Are we going to rank the Kanto remakes, or are we going to? Because
we're not.
Time.
Yeah, there's gonna be the last.
Time, man.
The Gen 3 games are gonna be the last ones we do for the stream because we're coming up to the point. So, long story short, though, my Emerald experience, most of my Emerald experience has been through like my Nuzlocke, and I'm gonna say this right now. Fuck Tane Liza. Oh my fucking god, those two could go die in a ditch. The amount of times I lost against those two, even back in my original, that's why I stopped because the fucking ass OP Psychics. Y'all thought Gen 1 Psychic was dumb? Deal with them too. With the team that I had. We had no chance, so therefore I'm a client
because Gen 3, it's the gen when it's the last gen where the type of the Pokemon dictates if they are a physical or a special move. For example, Dragon moves, they are special. So even if you use Dragon Dance to boost the attack, it will not do anything for the dragon moves because dragon moves are special.
So, but that said, I will put Ruby and Sapphire in A, but Emerald is going down below the D. So there you go.
No,
There you
no,
go.
no,
There you
no,
go.
no,
There you
no,
go.
no. Don't this Emerald this way.
The Emerald has done me dirty
And
too
I'm
many.
not even talking about the battle frontier. Just don't this Emerald this way.
All right.
You get a Johto starter in the end because you, as the pro tag, you are from Olivine.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
We're from
You didn't know
Olive.
that?
Wait, in the game we're from Olivine?
yeah. You move from Johto to Hoenn.
I just thought we moved from Petalburg to freaking
No, 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 no.
So wait, does that mean made from Petal? So wait, does that mean made from Olivine Town then, or Olivine City?
The player is from Olivine. The neighbor is. It lived there the entire
No,
time.
I'm talking about made in the anime, because technically she's based on the player.
Oh no 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 no. They didn't work that storyline because May lives with her dad. She doesn't live, with her mother separately in Little Root.
So
They
wait,
didn't
why
make
do we
that
live
up.
separately with our dad? Did our parents get into a divorce?
Nah. It's not divorce, man.
The
They
more
simply
you
don't
think,
have a gym in Little Root. They
The
don't have a
more-
gym in Little Root.
the
It's
more-
as simple as that.
the more I think about
And
Gentry,
Vo- and Norman is not a gym leader in Olivine because Jasmine is already the gym leader there, and not even in Johto overall because they already have Whitney.
but why don't we
if
just?
you want to blame someone, blame Whitney because Whitney having a job, it deported Norman and his family to Hoenn.
So why don't we just
So-
live with our dad? and...
People bitch about Whitney and her milk tank, but us being deported to Hoenn, it saved the world. So thanks, Whitney.
So why
did something
don't we just live with our dad in Petalburg City and just go to Rirutoon to go pick up our starter and then go back home, see our parents, and then we move on to the. Oh, okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. This is our list for now, folks.
They reworked that in the generation after because you are from Twin Leaf, but you have to go to the lake and then Sand Gem to again.
But
Don't-
that's still
don't-
the.
I mean, goggles. Listen, Generation 6. You are from Vanaville. You go to Aquacord to get the starter because the laboratory is in Lumiose. So
So
the
why
professor doesn't give you the starter. I mean, it does, but it's not the Kalos starter.
So why don't we just start in Lumio City then and then go? Okay, fine, fine, whatever, fine. This is our.
I
tier
mean,
list.
we started in Lumio City. It's called the Pokemon the Series X and Y. It started in
That's
Lumio
what Ash
City.
did. So why don't we start in Lumio City too? Meet a Froakie who has trouble with trainers, us gaining it, and then later on we lose to some guy with a Charizard. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay,
I like how you always defend Halan, and now he's just some guy.
listen. I'm still gonna defend my boy Lon. He doesn't deserve the hate he still gets to this day. So with that said, though, can we agree on this tier list?
Definitely not.
Can we agree on this tier list right now, where the Gendry games are number one, specifically Red, Ruby and Sapphire, and Emerald?
I mean, look at the things. Diantha is always busy with her acting schedule.
Well,
so
moving on, Koro.
she will never be in the Master's Age.
Well,
she has no
moving
time.
on. Well, moving on. Media Nut, Infamous. Do you agree on our listings right now?
No, they don't, because you are making Emerald worse than Ruby and Sapphire.
I would put Emerald
that makes
above
no
the other
freaking
two.
sense.
Yeah, I would put
Yeah,
Emerald over
put
the other
Emerald
two.
above.
Okay, fine. I'll put Emerald in low B. There you go. Y'all happy? It's in the
I will
low.
put you on a low B, Goggles. What the hell are
I'm
you
already
about?
on low B's.
Bro.
All
The
right.
Rayquaza erasure.
All right. I'll put the trash game in high A. It's only trash until I beat the game. So
Okay, so you hate a thing until so I understand that mentality.
Okay, what the?
So with that said, okay, so here's our list. For now, and the A tiers
No!
is
No!
the Gen 3 games of Emerald, Ruby, and
No!
Sapphire. B tier,
Oh,
red, blue, and yellow, red and blue, crystal, gold and silver. I'm noticing a pattern with the dirt.
okay, that's
with
an
the
amazing
dirt.
yeah.
I'm noticing a pattern with the dirt version is like the higher one out of the two, but that makes sense because they're the upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that said, though, man, this has been a long one, but I do not mind it because it was fun doing this again, and I'm looking forward to doing more of this with everybody here. Because, I'm not gonna lie, I did miss this. I miss this feeling.
Join us next time to talk about the Komoho episode and doing, the lists from Sino to Galar or something. I don't know.
Yep. So
Our links are in the description.
I'll work on the listings and I'll work on everything, so no worry. So, with that said, once again, thank you, Infamous, for making this amazing artwork. Everyone looks amazing in this.
Oh man, yeah, no problem.
And you guys can find Infamous here on his Twitter and YouTube, and Infamous in other places they can find you on.
Yeah, you can find me at Infamous Trainer on Twitter, of course, Infamous Trainer on YouTube, and also recently Infamous Trainer on TikTok and Instagram. Instagram, we're posting about the Neos region, which is my fan made region, and TikTok, we're just dropping some fun stuff.
All right. Media Nut, would you like to plug in your stuff?
Yes, you guys can find me at the Media Nut on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram. And also, for those of you who, you can also find me every once in a while on Thursdays over on Tyrone to God 3's Twitch, where we play Pokemon Unite with viewers. And also, for any of you who live in the Florida area, August 14th, me and my team, Random Ramblings Productions, are going to be working with the City of Sunrise to bring you guys Sunrise Comic Con. We're going to have a lot of panels, a lot of games, a lot of guests, a lot of contests. We have a costume contest hosted by one of my teammates, Crab Shack Cosplay, and we have a couple of special celebrity guests, including some voice actors from famous video games and anime such as Resident Evil and Ruby. So if you guys want a good time and want to have a lot of fun, feel free to join us, and hopefully we get to see you there.
All right. Koro, go ahead and do your stuff.
Kuro Blitz on YouTube, Kuro Blitz 96 on Twitter. I do Pokemon theories, working on videos. I'm almost at.
We still on Hoenn.
No, we're done with Hoenn, Trey.
Wait, I gotta give my 2 cents.
Oh my!
I'm-
Oh my
I'm-
God!
Wait, let Kuro finish plugging. Let Kuro finish plugging.
All right.
I'm almost at 750 subs. So if I could get 800 before the end of the month.
Let's do it, guys in the chat. Share Kuro's YouTube channel. I'm gonna do that right now. Let's get it to 800.
My milestone was 750 for the end of the summer, but I'm 5 away from 750. So if I can get 800, because they will only promote my content if I reach 1K.
Let's make it happen. Let's
And
go.
reaching 1K is hard. Like the ideas are there, but the motivation is not.
Kiro, we need to make that collab though, buddy.
Okay, but I don't want to make collabs just for people to plug my shit.
I got you.
No, but I understand. We need to find a team first.
Yeah,
Because here's the thing. I had one with Raph and I had one with Zeno, but it was circumstantial with the time. They will most likely get canceled because it's the flavor of the month and Journeys is already tackling upon that. So So thank you, Journeys, for stalking my DMs and VCs. You are if my brain gives you ideas to steal, I will continue to, do great stuff.
Okay, real quick. Aiden, we'll talk about the starters we chose from Center to Gallery next time we do the rankings. So, Trey, give your 2 cents about Gen
Yes.
3 and what's your thoughts, and so we can wrap this up.
All right, good. Yeah, my bad. I'm with my grandma today, so I've been to drive her a couple places, but I got to get my 2 cents on Hoenn because Hoenn Emerald was the first technically Pokemon game I played. It wasn't the first real one I played because I played an emulator of it. The first real Pokemon game I owned was X and Y. So I don't know if I should count this as a first, but it was the first simulation of a Pokemon game I played. So it was a legit Emerald too. Like it's an emulator. And I loved it. It's the first time I made it to the Elite Four, but I didn't get past that because it was too hard.
Weak.
I loved Emerald so much. Wait, was it Emerald or Fire Red? It was one. I played both of those around the same time.
How
might
do
have
you
played them
not?
both together.
How do you not know this?
It was a while ago.
Oh my!
But
I can
obviously,
remember. Continue.
I chose our good old boy, Mr. Sceptile. I think it was Fire Red actually, because I knew Kanto a bit better. And then I was like, I want to play something else. It was Fire Red because I didn't get past freaking. I got lost when it's time to go to Elite Four. I mean the Route 4, not the Victory Road. Yeah, and this time I made it to the Elite Four. But I chose Sceptile, Trico. That's my boy. He's been my boy for the longest. I recently though I did grow to liking Blaziken as well, thanks to X and Y with the Mega Evolution and the free Torchic. So when I did go and replay it, I had both Blaziken and Sceptile. Never was a Mudkip fan. Marsh Tom in the Mud episode made that even worse.
Hey, hey! I don't want you here dissing that episode. That episode was a good episode.
Okay.
No, it's not. But yeah, overall, I really love Hoenn. I love the characters.
It's a good episode to get high on. Okay, it's a good episode to get high on.
Wait, what?
Not even that. But I love Hoenn. I know a lot of people don't really like the remakes of Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, but the remakes are one of my favorite games. I guess because it just brought so much, like memories back from my first experience. It might have been Emerald that was my first, but yeah, overall I love it.
You'll be happy to know that Emerald's ranked A. Like Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire are first A's.
Hey, yeah, Emerald definitely is.
Personally, I'll put Emerald in F until I beat the game in my Nuzlocke.
Oh, that's the thing. Goggles can never get away from Hoenn.
Shut up! I don't want to talk about it.
It's his curse.
It's his curse.
I don't want to
It's
talk
his
about
curse.
it, but it's true. I can never get away from Hoenn, no matter how many times I try to get away from it.
Hey, Goggles, do you want to give some of that Hoenn talking to Journeys because AG's on the... They don't want to talk about AG, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we saw Brock's Hoenn outfit for a second.
We saw Carfish for 5 seconds.
Yeah, we got some Hoenn.
Anyways, speaking about Hoenn though,
I mean,
next Friday.
I just watched something now on Twitter. We saw at least one gym leader from each region except for Hoenn because Surge, Chuck, Volkner, Drayden, Corina, B. If we are to see a gym leader from Owen, the bigger bet goes for Norman because of May and Max.
Yeah.
However, I would not dislike the idea of seeing Brawly because Brawly would get a redesign. So,
Kiro, watch we see Ryuki, the one Alola gym leader before we see freaking a Hoenn gym leader.
Yo, Ryuki had an Hydreigon and a Zweilous. He had more Unova Dragons than Iris did. This is disrespecting Iris even more, man. What the hell? What the hell, man?
All right. Before we end these off, I do want to get my stuff out. This Friday, also enough, tune into my channel for I'll return to my Emerald Nuzlocke with my friends DYC and Skyrim. So look forward to that because we are coming up to Wynona's gym. I know that gym is gonna be difficult for me, especially because of that Dragon Dance combo. I'm scared of that. But yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
and her Altaria has earthquake.
and I'll make this promise to everyone that I will get out a traditional video out soon, because I am actually in the works of redoing my Monster Journeys video. Yeah, so I'm finally working on that again. Hey.
Journey starts today.
The journey.
Meanwhile, I'm still working on my first one.
So yeah.
Also, got a quick announcement as well. Am I good to say it?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
The script for Journeys Abridged episode 5 is complete. Which means,
Oh, okay, I'm excited. Let's go.
and so I already sent the lines to everyone that's not in the call that's in the episode already. I didn't want to send to y'all now to distract y'all, but once we finish the stream, I'll send y'all lines. But yeah, we're getting it. I'm aiming to get it done by next Friday, as it's the anniversary. I mean, not next Friday, next Sunday. It's the anniversary.
I'm excited. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm all set. But with that said, though, be sure to check everyone's channels, the Twitters, whatever they have. We'll see you guys next Sunday for another episode of Pokechat Masters. Yeah. And the Abridge, and the Nuzlocke, and any content we have, tune into that. And all the other fine folks here in the Pokechat Masters. So with that said, we'll see you guys next week. So guys, it's good to be back.
Take care, y'all.
By the way, shout out to the trainer for this the amazing backdrop right here, yo. It's dope.
This man is a
Much
mastermind.
love to everyone.
Bye-bye.